Where all my scamming ass fellas at? Spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going at Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at? Stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, going at Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit, woo!
And now another anti-ruckus rant brought to you by the community. Viewer and audio discretion is highly advised.
The community wants to take the word and hold up hoes, whores, OF people, people who put out STD named lip gloss, people who have slept with anybody and everybody at any time, people who talk about the AB clinic like they go into McDonald's, people who just say whatever comes to their mind, people who make songs about scamming, people who like people to pee on them, people who like to hang out with people that could be ABCD, but because they have enough money, it's okay. And then say that that's woman empowerment. So to be a whore is woman empowerment, and that's who runs the community. Y'all stand up for whores, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. People like Tigger go along with it. Eddie Winslow, whatever his name is, allegedly goes along with it. And people are talking about white people are the problem. Colors, white people are not the problem. I don't care, say what you want, white people is not the problem with the community. It's the fact that black people listen to famous people with yellow hair, pink hair, blue hair, nose rings, eye rings, tongue rings, lip rings, cheek rings, throat rings, boob rings. That's the problem. Liberals, progressives, and Democrats, that's the problem. Unfortunately, it always comes back to political, because child man, none of these people have subscribed would be a conservative person, even though black people are supposed to be conservative. And I still would like someone to answer the question. I know it's not a video that people are liking. That's okay. It's still there to watch. Which ancestor would come back today and say, thank you all for continuing my legacy? Which one? Name them. Which one? Name them. Will come back today and say, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for continuing all my hard work. You're doing spades, child. Y'all are doing spades. So glad that I risked my life so that you all could become fucking whores. Whores don't run my fucking life. They do not run me or my community. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers that don't make any sense. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can listen to caricature all the fuck you want to. Fuck that nigga. You can listen to that funky Tigger over there that's telling you to your face that Democrats ain't done shit for you, and then turn around and say, keep voting for them. And then you want to turn around and act like white people are your problem when you got all these niggas in your face lying to you, and you still believe them. And then you'll make some fucked up excuse because you fucked up and say, but black people do it too. But black people do it too. And yet black bitches always looking at white people for what the fuck it is that they do and then turn around talking about racism. Make it make sense. I still ain't seen to where, child, what is her name? Blonde hair. Child, the ESPN ex-person, child. You know what I'm talking about.
In the state of Pennsylvania, politics can be very messy, pun intended. Today we embark on a new journey, not Jersey. That helps the state clean up its act. No more candidates that won't speak for people, talk shit, rant, and liked by the community. We need a beacon of hope to transform us into a new beginning, fixing corruption and whoredom that bleeds through our cities. A candidate that is
a funky ass.
A candidate that is reliable, trustworthy, loves the kids, and ain't a hoe. A candidate that really wants to fix this shit. That candidate is Messy Miss Shawn for Pennsylvania State Senator 2030.
And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know what, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. What is for credits? I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
We'll do it live. Good evenings. Happy Thursday. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new, child. Shout out to JP. Shout out to JP for that video. Oh my God. I think he put it together like yesterday afternoon for the Messy First Senate or whatever it ends up saying. And that was the day, for those that don't know, that I turned on the voice controller thing and didn't realize it and started ranting. And I haven't even listened to it again. I totally forgot till JP mentioned it yesterday. But anyway, you know, I'm not running for shit, child. And I'm not listening to these people. You already know. Same shit, different day. These whores. Anyway. So we got to talk Men's Night Again, part 2, child. We got to continue on with the Tigger. Big Tigger's wife's ex-husband's missing daughter. But now another man has entered the chat. I bet she mad that she ever opened her damn mouth and went out on the internet. Because, child, the dominoes is falling down. What is that, a movie? No, that's Alicia Keys. I keep on falling, child. She wishes she shut the fuck up, okay? So there's another man. And then there is this Nolan, what the hell is his name, child? Nolan Xavier Wells, right? Who is deceased. Rest in peace to that young man, right? But it happened in Mississippi. I was in Mississippi at the time that this happened. Now, I didn't have nothing to do with it, okay? But I was in Mississippi at the time, okay? So we got to go over that. I've been trying to hold off. So now we got to go over it, all right? Then there's a couple other things we got to take a look at, right? I feel like there's a lot of, what do they call influencers that are dead. like another influencer is dead now. And I feel like there's one that was in a green car that got SHOT'd up. Then there was another. Like, these people are under 30. Oh, you know what I forgot to bring up? Hold on. Pause for the cause. Give me a second. I got to look something up. Because, child, you know, y'all want to come for me, right? I come back, all right? Hold on a second. Because people just be too upset about shit, about other people's opinion like crazy, right? So, you know, I did this. Look at our friend RBN. Child, RBN is just a staple in all my videos now. All right. Let me see. Hold on. All right. So it's this video. You know, he starts off some of these heifer videos, right? Shout out to RBN. This bitch. Okay. So let me address this bitch. Okay. So let me make it bigger. Hold on. I can't see. You know, I can't see. So tingling spidey sense. Clearly tingling spidey sense ain't been here in a while, or else he or she would have sensed that they should have known that you was gonna cross my hairs and I'm coming for you, okay? So she or it said, not gonna lie, you got some unprocessed resentment for the younger generations. Now, why in the holy hell would I give a fuck about Generation Z? Except for Celine and Gen Z. If I don't know you, sorry, I don't know you. I have unprocessed resentment. Why? For what? Y'all ain't got shit. You whine about shit. You don't work. You don't. All you do is complain. You got main character syndrome. All you do is be on TikTok running off at the mouth. The males are LTM. The women act like men. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams that says that men are cooked because they're all ABCD acting, right? And you ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but I'm upset about ya. For fucking what? Like, you know, no one can ever like explain that. I'm fucking 55. I can do what I want, whenever I want, however I want. I got an 800 credit score. I have money from this. I have money from work. I have money from my husband. What is it? Unprocessed resentment. What the fuck does that even mean? Why would I resent someone that has nothing? You have nothing compared to me. What is there to resent? Oh, because you look younger than me? I don't care. I know you do. I acknowledge that. That doesn't bother me. I promise you. I'm no hater. Okay? You got to worry about child to Kendrick Gilliams. You think that I give a damn, child? If you got boobs, I acknowledge it. If you look good, I acknowledge it. If you dress well, I acknowledge it. Women, y'all bitches be the ones that be mad at bitches for what? You're black male identified. Coming up with some bullshit. What is it? Unprocessed resentment. You think it would be chicken. Hold on. Is my music on? Hold on. Shout out to CDT. Can't hear it. Oh, yeah, it's on. All right. Background music, child. Yes, I am a senior citizen. I'm going to start looking on the senior citizen. Well, I'm not going out to eat, but when I start going back out to eat, I'm going to look on the senior citizens menu and get a discount. Anyway, so I said, oh, is that what it is? I said, so you didn't hear what she said, meaning the person that actually, with all these people in here, y'all already know, y'all were here, over here talking about, I hate my parents. I'm not going to talk to my parents. And, the girl that said, her mom was getting married to a man and she was like calling her mom a pick me. And I'm like, so y'all think that that's okay because this grown ass kid is mad that the mother decided that she finally wanted to be with a man after raising 4 or 5 crumb snatchers, right? See, this is how these people think. We, Generation X, not my kids, okay? But these Generation Z's, yeah, mine is millennials and lower, middle millennial and lower or top of Z's, lower millennial. This is the youngest one. These people really think, that their parents are supposed to give them everything. This is where the participation trophy has fucked y'all up, if you're listening, because I know you are. This is where the participation trophy and your feelings have fucked you up, because we do not care. We do not care. These people are, I can give you 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. But child, when you're coming into 23, 24, 25, and so on, I'm going to need you to go to hell, okay? I'm going to need you to go straight to hell. Who the hell is supposed to be taking care of you after you turn 23, 24? Damn, his hair is getting on my nerves, right? Who? Oh, you know who? The person you marry. But you all don't want to get married because you want to be whores. Shout out to the freaking JP's video. That's what you all want. You want to be whores. And then you're out here not whoring right. And then you getting kicked the fuck out. You can't eat. You getting your car taken away. Repossessions are up. We've gotten away from that a little bit, but we'll get back to it. Repos are up. Y'all think COVID is a real thing. Y'all voting socialist leaders in because you're lazy and you want someone to take care of you. You're like a baby boy in real life. Shout out to that movie. You're like a baby boy in real life. You want to do what you want to do, and then you want someone else to take care of your needs, and you think that that's acceptable. If that's how you think we got where we are, you're a fucking idiot, okay? I'm calling you out now. You want my attention? You got my attention. She says, I heard what she said, but I also heard what you said, and you took it way further than her. Specific actions, you talked about an entire generation of people. Yes, and I will continue to. See, this is y'all's problem. You take everything personally. Have you ever heard of the phrase, if it don't apply, let it fly? Because you want to be so put upon, because y'all think that people give a fuck about your feelings. No one gives a fuck about your feelings, child. And clearly neither do your parents, which is why y'all don't be talking to your parents or say some shit like this about your parents. But you think the way that y'all act is acceptable, and then we're supposed to be like, oh, that's okay, honey. Fuck y'all, okay? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, because clearly this bitch in this video didn't give a damn about her mother's feelings. God forbid that a whole ass adult woman says that she wants to get married to a whole ass man after raising crumb snatcher ass, Kremlin ass kids. 2 left, 2 gone. But she should be kissing your ass, your 20-some-odd-year-old ass. Get a man to kiss your ass, okay? They'll do that too, all right? But no, you want to hold some impossible standard that you done made up in your head to your parent, who clearly, in this case, this woman could not provide what it is that you think that you wanted. And the reason why these motherfuckers think that they want it so bad is because they synced somebody else with it. And yes, I said synced. You synced somebody else with it. And because you're so fucking jealous, you think that you deserved it. You deserve what the fuck you work for. You deserve what the fuck you work for. That's it. That's all. No one owes you shit. And your entitlement is now being broadcast now. People are talking about it on the news. We're going to get back to it. Not today. Talking about how lazy you are. I didn't need them to tell me. I can tell how lazy you are. You run your mouth on TikTok. You can't keep shit to yourself. You're offended by everything and ashamed of nothing, like I've seen many people say about Black women. I'm talking about Generation Z. If it ain't you, shut the fuck up. Gen Z ain't mad. Celine don't be mad. The rest of them, I don't believe, be mad. But you mad because you know it's true. Or you feeling some kind of way. Whatever you want to classify it as, because you know it's true. Y'all have been up here showing and proving that you are so fucking lazy and you expect everyone else to give you something. And then lest we not even start talking about once you have a fucking crumb snatcher, you think everyone's supposed to be at your beck and fucking call because you had a fucking kid. Child, people have kids, babies every day. You are not special. Love my grandkids to death, but guess what? I'm not fawning all over them, child. I'm up to 5. You think the first one, yeah. The second one, all right. The third one is like, all right, it's just another fucking baby. What do you want from me? They're all the same. You gotta take care of them. They cry, they shit, that's it. That's it. Oh, I'm supposed to just be at your beck and call because you had a fucking kid. Child, please. Can you do something spectacular? Can you go and I don't know, figure out something with science that's going to make shit better for the rest of us? Do something important. Do something that matters. Don't get on here showing me your pink hair, your orange hair, your blue hair, your spider's makeup and weave, your whoredom behavior, your half-dressed ass, your complaining ass. You talk about men ass, because I'm sure this is a bitch. I'm sure this is a bitch. or a low testosterone man. Child, go figure out how to make these men not be low fucking testosterone men, okay? No, you gonna come into this comment section for me? I come back. I said, damn, you really mad about this. F them and F you too. I said that. I meant that. This bitch says, I'm not mad at all. You're just a prime example of boomers and so toss in the boomers, child. She probably don't even know one. You're a prime example of boomers and Generation Xers who raise the kids you complain about, then refuse to accept that society has changed for the worse. While y'all built your wealth during a time when a 45K a year salary, you hear this, it's always about money. That's why I know this is a bitch. Listen. I'm not mad at all. You're just a prime example of boomers and Generation Xers who raise the kids you complain about, then refuse to accept that society has changed for the worse while y'all built your wealth during a time when a 45K a year was enough for a house and a family. Basically, shut your old ass up unless you're going to do something. I'm going to talk about you and laugh at you. Okay? Oh shit, I see that she answered back again. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about here. All right, we just getting started, all right? So notice how it goes back to money. When 45K a year was a good salary, bitch, 45K a year would have been great, but I didn't have that. See, this is what y'all don't know. You only take what you hear from fucking headlines, probably from bitches on TikTok, or one person that you heard. See, she don't know that maybe if you got married and you combine 45 with 45, I know y'all don't understand math because they don't teach y'all shit anymore and all y'all are failing in school, all these failing ass schools, right? Shout out to Baltimore. And you add 45,000 and 45,000, you get $90,000. You get $90,000. Did you know that? Did you know if you are one person with a salary and you have another person with a salary and you come together, you get more money? But y'all want to be strong and independent and don't need a man. That's why that girl called her mother a pick-me. She would rather see her mother struggle for the rest of her life than to go ahead and do what she needs to do in order to make her life better. So that girl is actually the problem. She wants her mother to suffer. She would rather her mother take on her feminist ways. I'm talking about the girl in the video. And that's why she called her pick-me. And this bitch, and if you're listening, tingling spidey sense, you're the problem because you're just like that bitch in the video. You worrying about people that you should not be worried about. You should be worried about your damn self. Now, the times that you should be worried about yourselves, you motherfuckers don't worry about yourselves. You pocket watching us. You be pocket watching us. Shout out to my Michael Kors shirt, okay? You pocket watching what the fuck we doing instead of putting your head to the ground and doing what you need to do. This bitch talking about society has changed. Bitch, you think I don't see you? Do we not live in the same society, Bueller? I'm sorry. Do we not all live in the same United States of America? The difference is that you so busy pocket watching, you're not going to get what it is that you're supposed to get by working, bitch. You don't want to get married, so how the fuck else you gonna do it? Whoring. Shout out to y'all whores. That's what y'all do. You turn 18 and you turn into whores. You turn 18 and then you want to go out and buy pink hair, orange hair, blue hair, purple hair, and you think that shit is cute while you looking like RuPaul. Shout out to RuPaul and shout out to Kevin Samuels. Y'all think that shit is cute. You think people want that shit. Men don't want that shit, but y'all then talk about the same people that you should be actually getting with so that you can build wealth because you don't want to listen. You don't want to hear about how to build wealth so that you're not a poor ass bitch. No. You would rather listen to a bunch of bitches, the sister or sisterhood that don't give a fuck about you because they don't like women. Other women don't like other women. One would think that you're so smart that you would know that by now. No. Keep on. Y'all keep on. Keep going to TikTok. Keep listening to miserable ass, single ass bitches on TikTok. And we'll see where it is that you end up in about 5 years. But I give you 1 year. See where you are 1 year from now. Because let me tell you, it's going to be something very different here, okay? Keep watching, though, girl. Keep watching. Because clearly, you got a problem with me. Don't know me from a can of paint. I don't know you. I don't care to know you. I don't give a fuck about you. The only people that matter to me are the people that are in my motherfucking circle. And that's not you. But because y'all think that you run something, you can't even run your own fucking life. Now you want to come out here and talk about old. You're not hurting me. I'm old and I'm well-to-do and I have people that I can depend on. I have a whole ass father. Rest in peace to my stepfather. A whole ass mother. And yes, they are baby boomers. The men were in the military. They have a lot of money. How about that? Hate on, bitch. Hate on. And guess who's going to get an inheritance when they die? What you going to get? Bitch, what you going to get? Hating. You mad because I'm going to get an inheritance when my parents die? What your mama going to give you, boo? What your daddy going to do? You know who your daddy is? I had two. And a whole ass husband. Oh. Who we made $25 a day each when we first got together. And we didn't come out here complaining like you motherfucking bitches. Like you bitch asses. Like you punk asses. You think you should be making $50,000 a year dropping fries at fucking McDonald's when most of us who worked at McDonald's made $4.25. You talking about society has changed. It's changed because y'all are bitch asses. It's changed because y'all are bitch asses. And I'm pretty sure enough of it had to do with your parents, but I'm pretty sure most of it has to do with y'all listening to one another because this internet has fried your fucking brain. You won't even use this shit for good. Y'all would rather be whores. Shout out to OF. Y'all would rather be half naked. And then when someone does something to you, you be like, everybody's supposed to come and help me. Nah, sis, you did that. You figure that out. Nobody should be touching anybody. But you want to put yourself in a situation like the heifer that's over there. Where the hell is that girl at? That girl, it was in Dubai that got flued out. And now she can't afford to come home, I believe. We just talked about it last week. That's not my fault. That's that whore's fault. Y'all like to get flued out. You want money to fuck? That's called whore. That used to be something back for Generation X baby boomers. We didn't discuss it out like that. It was known, but it wasn't all the way out here. It was just like, yeah, they over there. Yeah, they over there. Just like when people, minors got pregnant, they were sent away. Y'all really want to be up here talking about, look at my twat, I'm having a baby. Or you want to chronicleize the fact that you want to get an AB, so you want to plaster it all over the place. This is on you all. You're dumb as a box of rocks, emotional about everything, and your life sucks because your life sucks. We all live in the same fucking economy. I remember a time in the 70s where you couldn't go to the gas station if it wasn't your day. So bitch, know about what the fuck you talking about. And I wasn't even driving. I was a fucking kid. And that's what was going on in the 70s. But you won't know no shit like that because all you're worried about is yourself because you're a selfish ass bitch. And the generation is selfish as well. Nobody owes you shit. And we love to hear you continue to run off at the mouth, which is what makes me a lot of money. That's what makes me a lot of money. The fact that y'all run off and you think this not going to get clipped out. And it is. Okay. So that others can see how selfish you are yet again. And I'm sure there will be more because y'all think you run something and you don't run shit. Soon as we try to tell y'all something, a la this damn shit, not me, because I don't give a fuck. But the people that's trying to help y'all with regard to this Young Miami shit, y'all had this. Y'all did this. Yeah, we had that, and we still got money now. Yep, we had that, and we still got money now. Y'all can't even rent. Y'all can't even rent. Oh, look, maybe y'all should start getting together. You don't want to listen. You got all the answers, child. Go on out there. What you mad at me for? No, I'm not asking you for shit. I don't ask no one for shit. The people that I can ask for shit, I know who to ask. Yeah, listen, blame your mom if she ain't leave you nothing, or she not gonna leave you nothing but a go fucking fund me. That ain't on me. That's on you. Maybe you should stop worrying about your mama and your daddy even and go out there and do it your GD self. These people are young enough with the, what is it called? What is it? Stamina. You know what I'm saying? The energy. You know, when you're younger, you got all that energy. Bitch, I am 55 and I go to the gym 6 to 7 days a week, sometimes twice and 3 times a day. And you want to sit up here and call me old? All right, boo, I'm old. That's fine. I am not upset about it. How long could you last in there? Bring your ass. We could go together and see how long you can last up in that bitch, okay? So while you talking shit, you probably should know what the fuck you talking about first. You're never gonna have me feel sorry for y'all in any way, shape, or form. It's not because of unrepressed anything. It's because you are entitled, lazy, stupid, bum ass MFers. And when I find those videos that I know I've saved that talks about how lazy you are, that now employers are regretting hiring your generation, that they're now going to start going back and looking for older millennials and even Generation X, because they know that when they hire generally one of those people, they're actually going to do the work instead of being on their phone all day, crying and whining for a break, not coming back on time, saying that they can't handle it, looking for more money, but not doing no daggone work. I didn't make this shit up. I mean, I already knew because it's, common sense, but we know that someone like this lacks common sense. They just in their feelings. I'm not mad. All right, that's not the word, but you in your feelings for sure. Let me see. I said I accept that it's change. I also know when people don't accept accountability for their own choices. Annoying AF to blame everyone for your own choices. Mad because we like our generation. We understand each other very well. To be so young and not want to listen to someone older and then complain that an elder didn't tell you while an elder is trying to tell you is madness. The fact that you keep coming back proves the point. Excuse, blame, no shame, and your situation remains the same. Child, shout out to me for rhyming. I continue. I said, what I'm going to do is continue to listen to y'all's whining asses and laugh my ass off. Your comment shows again who y'all are. Can't even control y'all's own lives, but think you going to tell us what to do and how to feel. Hashtag comedy gold. Being old doesn't offend me at all. I can buy what I want when I want and don't have to whine to the internet about how hard life is. I can't believe this. So then says, keep that same energy when you're old and can't take care of yourself and need help from us. See, they think that they're worth something. They think that they're worth something. See, the part that someone like this doesn't understand is that there's this little thing, there's various things of life insurance, not just life insurance, but insurance that you can obtain. And then when you have another person, they have what they have, and then you accumulate stuff, and then you have saved your money and you put it in different types of accounts. See, they don't understand stuff like that. They just want to be needed. They think that they're worth more than they are. That's what that comment means. If anybody thinks that I would be depending on my children to take care of me when I get older, child, you don't know me very well. You don't know me very well. I wouldn't expect them to unless it's some dire ass situation, because the only way that I would take care of them is if it was a dire ass situation. But her parents probably wouldn't do that. Just like when my kid had the bat in the house, I know I've told y'all that story. Bring your ass home. Bring your ass home, because you and my grandchild are not living in a house where a bat is flying around. She don't understand that because her parents wouldn't do that for her if she has them. So now it's like you're going to say, oh, keep that energy when you're old. Bitch, I'm old now. Bitch, I'm old now. What are we talking about? Anyway. It's also cute. You assume all of us are begging and crying on the internet. See, the reason why this person is within it is like all the shit I hear all the time about black women and wigs and all that. I don't be getting upset about it because one, I don't care. And two, I don't care. This one cares. This one cares. That's why she got to keep mentioning what I say. If it's not you, then why are you upset? Then why do you care? Then why do you keep coming back? Because it's you. So do something about it. Don't. You can keep talking to me, girl. Content for days, child. Content for days. She says some of us are doing what we're supposed to be doing, but also notice boomers being a main reason why society is messed up as it is. Y'all raise the same people you think are the problem. Shout out to any boomers in here. It's your fault too, child. Let me see. It's boomers' fault. It's Generation X's fault. It's black men's fault. It's Anton's fault. Abba dabba do. And daggone Donald damn Trump, of course, child. Who else? Who else is it? Who else is? And my fault. Of course, it's my fault. Then she says, by the way, I keep coming back because I'm a subscriber. Been a sub for a while, actually. I just didn't agree with your opinion on this video. It gave boomers and Generation Xers need to enjoy their retirement and let the new generation take the wheel if you have so much resentment for us. Also, let's not also act like there's people your age with the same entitled mindset. I don't know what she's talking about. We gave up we let the 90s die when CGA did that video or that live stream about the 90s being dead. When this last video came out with the Young Miami stuff, what'd I say? I said, congratulations. Because I already know how these people gonna act, just like her, right? You cannot do something for someone who's not willing to listen, okay? So do you. And you have the right to do what you want to do. Don't blame anybody else for your life when you are a damn adult. It's you. It's on you. It's your problem. It's your choice, right? So let me go over here to this since we just talked about Young Miami, because this shit just won't go away.
What are my salmon ass niggas at?
Yeah, I'm not taking copyright for her, but so welcome to the culture, which clearly is probably a Generation Z. It says, wow, you won't believe it. Generation X and early millennials introduced low frequency music to our culture. So it's a way to say, oh, it's all your fault. It's your fault, right? Now the generation raised by them are doing the exact same thing. Wow, that's so surprising. So, Lord, this says, oh, Lord, because I'm old. The degenerate street culture hip hop was made popular in the 90s and 2000s by Generation X, older millennial rappers and culture. They are the beginning of this. Can't blame Young Miami if these songs are still being played and celebrated today. Y'all showed us that this was hip hop and we followed your lead. Don't complain now. This person maybe is the person in charge of Welcome to the Culture. I'm sorry, the girl that was over in my comment section, because it sounds the exact same. So let's go ahead and apply that to white people. Okay. So since white people used to have black people as slaves and they used to beat them, so then they should still do it. What do y'all think? Does that about sounds like what she's saying, right? Because that's what they used to do back then. So they should be able to do it now since everything is racism, right? This logic of, but white people do it too, because that's basically what this is, but it's just Generation X, insert whichever generation is pissing you off. So now all of a sudden, because you did it, we can do it. You did it, we can do it. You did it, we can do it. Okay, cool, then do it. I say do it. Have the fuck at it. Congratulations, okay? What we still did while listening to that is live life, build wealth, get married, and we ain't complaining. What we also did was understand that that's entertainment and this is real life. What we also understood is that this is not something that we should be like singing at work, shouldn't be singing it in church, shouldn't be singing it around the kids or teaching it to the kids or showing it to the kids. We knew that. Y'all don't know that. You think that everyone should have it because you're whores. Like, let's be honest. Whoredom all 26 going into 2027. That's what this comes down to. You not gonna tell me. Tell me that's not what this is with that other person and this right here. It's totally, you not gonna tell me. This is what it is. We're not, do it. Do what you want. The results are yours. You're not accepting accountability. You're not accepting your choices. You can listen to her. Fuck this whore on the screen who likes to be peed on, who fucking was messing around with Diddy while y'all mad at Daphne Joy. You're not mad at her because she most definitely was on that nigga. Congratulations to her. She calls herself a whore. We looked at her documentary. We watched her documentary the other day. She's a whore. So if that's what y'all want to be, then be that. That's why OF is so popular, or was so popular. I don't know what it is now. You all are so feminist. You all believe in women that you was doing all that and giving you money for a whole ass man at the top. Y'all don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You're just following motherfuckers on the damn internet. And you don't even realize it. Everybody on this internet is lying. Y'all gonna take everything as word. If this is what you want to fight for, don't worry about it. I'm gonna let y'all do what you do. Don't ask me for shit. I ain't got nothing for Christmas. I ain't got nothing for Easter. I ain't got nothing for Thanksgiving. I ain't got nothing for back to school. I ain't got nothing for the 4th of July. I ain't got nothing for your babies. I ain't got nothing for y'all. I got nothing for y'all. Because all you do is take. I haven't seen not nail one of you motherfuckers give shit except your mouth open yet again. Why don't you start a trend on giving back? Nope, you're never going to do that, but you find a way to complain every fucking day. Mad and miserable. Mad and miserable on a daily basis. That's not a life that I'm interested in. I've never been interested in a mad and a miserable life. I also was never interested in a poor life, but y'all like a poor life. A simple solution to your fucking money problems, because at the end of the day, this is all about money, because these motherfuckers want to pocket watch motherfuckers all the time, which is why they mad at people like Bezos and all the rest of those people that run conglomerates, mind you. And these are the same people that still purchasing from a place like Amazon and still complaining about the money that the man at the top of Amazon gets while giving them money every fucking day. That's not resentment. That is a fact. You just don't like to listen to facts. You just don't like to do things where you have to pull back. You can't have everything that you want when you want it. You can, but when your ass get into debt and you can't afford shit, don't blame us, blame yourself. That's a you problem. Just like student loans. I don't understand why anybody would want a student loan after everything that we just saw. You dummies still taking student loans. You dummies still taking student loans. Then y'all out here talking about their degree doesn't do anything. Well, what the fuck are you taking a student loan for? You was too dumb to get a scholarship, so you got to take a fucking loan. I mean, it is what it is. You can not like it. You can hate it all you want to. So what you think, you're going to be like her? This is a one in a lifetime thing that happened to her and that JT girl. These things don't happen regularly. This shit like this does not happen regularly. Then y'all think that you're her. She won $100 million man. You do hear that she's saying that she wants to get married now. Now that her whoredom is all out here. Now that she done shown all y'all's kids and everything whoredom. You follow that shit. She said, not my kids. I don't want my kids to be no city girl. I don't want my kids. Y'all don't hear that part, huh? They just run you because you idolize these motherfuckers. It's just entertainment. Just listen to the fucking music. You don't have to emulate it. You don't have to know it so well. You don't have to memorize it. You ain't got to tell everybody. Enjoy the fucking music and take care of your responsibilities. Y'all don't know how to do that. Y'all don't know how to do that. And these artists know that shit. That's why they give you ratchet, because you're going to go for the ratchet and they're going to get rich and then they're going to move on and then they're going to become conservative and get married. Then y'all going to be mad at them. And that's why y'all mad at people like Jay-Z. Y'all just be mad at everybody. Y'all stay mad, child. I ain't got time to be mad because, child, I have vacations to take and places to go and people to see. And it ain't y'all's miserable asses, I tell you. But shout out to Generation Z, the laziest generation ever, providing me with content all day, half the night. That went a little long, but I think it was worth it. Anyway, let me get on to the real stuff, though. Let's look at this. Since we're talking about whoredom, let's look at this. So this, I don't know. Detroit woman, Keisha Nicole Jones, 31. Now, child 31, she should know better. Was flown out to South Florida. Shout out to Skinny if he's here. She was reportedly last seen leaving Dean's Gold nightclub in Miami Beach. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Dean's is a strip club. With a mystery man, she was later found dead. Her body was recovered from the waters off of Biscayne Bay. Rest in peace to her. Wash, rinse, repeat. It says FBI has taken over the primary investigation into the tragic death of 31-year-old Keisha Nicole Jones, whose body was recovered from the waters of Biscayne Bay near Virginia Key. Local authorities and federal agents are actively treating this as an open death investigation as her family searches for answers. Let's see.
Keisha Jones's life. It's surveillance video taken Friday morning from outside Scarlett's Cabaret off Hallandale Beach Boulevard. Earlier that morning, around 6 a.m., investigators say the 31-year-old was...
Mika, if I didn't know you was here, child, I would think this was you. She favors you. Let me just say she favors you. I think Mika is here. Wow. So she's black. I thought this girl was white until just a second ago. I thought she was white. So y'all still getting flued out in 2026. But Generation X and Boomers are... Generation X and Boomers are the problem. Oh, okay.
At Dean's Gold off 163rd...
Well, Gentlemen's Club sounds like a script club to me.
...Street in North Miami Beach. 3 days later, according to sources, her body would be found here in the waters off Biscayne Bay, not far from a NOAA research building. The FBI is now investigating. Her family, mostly friends of Keisha Jones's life. It's surveillance video taken Friday
Why are they covering up the dude that she's with? I guess because he's not a suspect.
morning from outside Scarlett's Cabaret off Hallandale Beach Boulevard.
Now, what does anyone think she was doing in child, what's this place called? The Cabaret. Now, what do we think she was doing in the Cabaret, allegedly? Child, she was just trying to pray. I'm sure. Now, she's 31 years old. She should definitely know better. But anybody above 22 should know better. You're getting flued out. You're getting flued out. Girl, exactly. I was like, well, wait a damn minute. Doppelganger, but don't worry about it. You ain't got to worry about her no more. Listen, I'm not trying to be rude. Rest in peace to this child. But guess what? How many times have we heard and seen this story over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? Y'all still doing the dumb shit. And child, don't come for me talking about, oh, you shouldn't talk about the deceased. Okay, we gonna lie. That's not what Claudia says. Time tonight, but let me rewind it. You heard Claudia now.
I'm gonna say this, and people can be mad at me if they want to. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you.
I'm just saying. That was in reference to Kevin Samuels. Y'all was all on board with that. Be on board with this. I ain't saying nothing negative about her, but child, the girl was in the script club. Come on now. We gonna act dumb or what? Anyway. Sorry, y'all. Shout out to Reaper. Thank you so much, boo. He said, come for you. You come back. Pause. Fold some clothes and hit the like button. All the clothes are folded. Okay. Shout out to BT. Thank you so much. He said, listening while driving. I appreciate you, hun. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shout out to RBN. Appreciate you, boo. Thank you for last night. I think it was last night, right? He said, I took my car to my Otis. Shout out to Otis, y'all. Otis. Boomer. Otis is a boomer, if you're listening, Heifer. And he went and he worked. He went during racism and was told he couldn't be the mechanic. He had to be a janitor. And guess what he did? He did it. He did it because he has to work. And now he retired a millionaire. And I'll leave it at that. But he worked. Y'all don't believe in work. That's why you don't have shit. And no one's giving you shit. Why? So we're supposed to work hard and then just give it on over to y'all when y'all being lazy? Because basically these people are waiting for us to die to take the money, y'all. Generation X, boomers, if you're here. These MFers are waiting for us to die so that they can have the money and not have to work. Child, be careful. They might be trying to take y'all out. Anyway, after he finished, I thanked him and told him I was now going to decanter him. He said, it's about time, and laughed at me. # Gen Z mode. These people do a lot of pocket watching and not enough working as far as I'm concerned. Thank you so much. Shout out to Otis. Shout out to Maurice Manhattan. Thank you so much, boo. He said, thank you, Michonne, for being a sensible, outspoken voice for Generation Xers and anyone else who has some sense. We will continue to rock with you no matter what they say. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. Shout out to the best generation ever. They hate that. Why do they hate that so much? Haters. What is it called? Hi, hater. Hi, hater. Just mad. Like, imagine being upset that people were happy about the time that they grew up and they have fond memories from the time that they grew up, and not miserable and not complaining and not whining and not saying that it's somebody else's fault. Because guess what? Y'all already know our mothers and fathers, like, you got McDonald's money, these motherfuckers will put fucking fries on damn Klarna. This is a different time. Yeah, you fucking lazy cook. Get a job. Work in a restaurant. You get the fucking food for free. Anyway, child, let me move on. We'll be here all day. I could talk about this all day. HMG, appreciate you, honey. Said, hi, family. Here late, but showing out for Auntie. Thank you, boo. You're not late. I'm just really getting into it. Squeegee Kid! Shout out to the Squeegee Kid. I appreciate your generosity, boo. You already know. Thank you so much. He said, I couldn't afford to order a delivery pizza until I lived 14 years in an efficiency with Somalis in South Minneapolis hood. Mice, roaches, no matter how much I clean, thanks Somalis, but Gen Z is suffering because they can't afford to travel. F out of here. Exactly. You know what, Squeegee Kid? You are absolutely right. Hopefully you're still here and you hear this. These people, I'm telling you, I've been saying it. They just want to do what they want to do. They want to show off for the internet. Main character syndrome. It's so main character syndrome because the whores do it, meaning the OF people. Remember, there is a whore that makes, I forget the amount, but just say it's like $200,000 a month and she can't afford to live because her expenses are outrageous that she has to continue to whore on OF in order to afford her life. Now, instead of getting rid of some shit, she's going to keep whoring. Instead of cutting back, she just says, I got to keep whoring. This is what I'm talking about. These people ain't listening. They want to do it. We here for it. And we here for your whining ass stories, child. Content for days. Thank you so much, Squeezy Kid. Squeezy Kid, I appreciate you. Big boy, thank you, boo. He said Generation X also figured out how we did not need credit card debt as well. But I will say, when they opened the floodgates during Bill Clinton's time, if I'm not mistaken, enough people got enough debt, not only with the credit cards, but with the with houses as well, and ruined some things. I've even fucked up my credit when I was like 20, and but we got it back together. That's the thing. These people won't even. How many times have I said Dave Ramsey? He a racist. Susie Ormond, she a racist. And then Melody Hobson, then they ain't got nothing to say. Because they waiting for their parents to die because they think they're getting something. Child, my will is very specific. This shit gets held in a trust until these grandkids are ready for college. And then it can pay for their college so they don't have to have debt. That's it. That's what it is. It's for them. We've already co-signed for children, for cars, for apartments, for student loans, so many things. You're done. You're done. Plus, once you have kids, you're done. They don't like that either. They don't like that either. You didn't do that for us. Nope. I'm not raising them. I raised you. So that's a you problem. Get your husbands to take care of you. That's what you should do. You know, when you die, their shit goes to you. Or when they die, their shit goes to you. That's who you should be talking to now. They don't understand that part either. Not my kids. I'm just talking about Generation Z. They don't understand that because they want to be feminist. And they want to make men gay. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. Wayne Lundy, thank you, boo. He said, this is the I did my best generation. Never did more than bare minimum era. I don't even think they do the bare minimum, honestly. Shout out to you, boo. Shout out to Reaper for another 2. He said, stop leaving with tricks. 304s be getting deleted. Y'all don't even know how to fly out right. Y'all still don't even know how to fly out right, y'all. This is crazy. We've been hearing this since I've been on this internet, but since we used to listen to Kendra Gilliams. Y'all still doing it. Y'all do everything wrong. Child, these people. Shout out to Uncle Rick. Thank you, boo. He said, I spent a lot of money on you, Diamond. Yo, remember that dude? Oh my God. Yeah, that's what. I forget that dude's name. I know exactly what you're talking about. Woo! And they think that shit is funny and cute. A dangerous ass business. And you want to do it on your own. And then you think you're going to go get flued out. Lord help your people. These dummies. Dummism, all 2026. Shout out to Kofi. He said, he got money though. And then boom. Child, he got money. Yeah. No sense. All of them. If you offended, that's a you problem. Why do you care what I think? I said what I said. I meant what I said. That's it. That's all. Shout out to you, boo. Wayne Lundy with another 5. It's a rerun. This is why we refuse to save them. Exactly. They keep running into quicksand chasing a bear. Keep doing the same shit over and over and over. Wow. Learning nothing, but it's somebody else's fault. Woo. And keep listening to the same dummies that keep doing the same dumb shit. That's dumb. Dummism. RBN, appreciate you, boo. He said, I hate autocorrect changing my words and shit. It was supposed to say decenter. Oh, decenter and men. Never mind. F autocorrect. Death to smartphones. Never. Shout out to the iPhone. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Good luck to whoever is sorry, y'all. So good luck to whatever comes next there. Let me go over this video that Kofa just sent a little while ago, and then I'll get into the big ticker stuff. Really, it's the big Tigger's wife stuff at this point. So we watched Sarah Fontenot yesterday, and me and RBN, shout out to RBN. And then there was a moment that RBN says that he thought basically that she's a chameleon, right? And that he's just a little leery of our friend Sarah from It's what's the podcast called? It's Changing, something like that. But this is what Kofa sent me. It says Sarah Fontenot reveals she married her friend 6 days after breaking up with her boyfriend, who she was already having marriage talks with because her friend was ready for commitment. He said, let that man go. He said, let that man go. The very next day, I cut him off and we got married in 6 days. So we heard her talk about that yesterday. She believes in dating them all, and I don't disagree with her. And then she said that doesn't mean sleeping with them all. I agree with her. And then she says that until somebody is ready to make the commitment, or you decide who the hell it is that you're really interested in, and then, figure out. She's talking about doing more vetting than these dummies getting flued the fuck out. She's got more common sense than these dummies getting flued the fuck out. They chasing money, and she's sitting up here trying to say, well, I got to get to know some people. This is what I'm hearing, because this is exactly what I'm saying. You got to get to know people. People rushing so much because they're on the internet, and is this supposed to cut down on time or something? Being on the internet or something? I don't know. I think that's what they think. But I'm going to play it in a second. Justin Moore, thank you, honey, said listening in Denver, Colorado. Shout out to Denver. Thanks for the information and insight. I appreciate you, hon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
It's 12. He said, you need to let that man go. I said,
oh, this edit or whatever is horrible. This is the station. This is Virtual Spiritual World.
Do you get what you're telling me? Do you understand what you're telling me? He said, fuck that nigga. I said, excuse me? Do you understand what you're saying? You're saying let go of a man that's marriage minded for you because you're ready for commitment. He said, like I said, fuck that nigga. And I was like, oh, okay. So the very next day, I sent a message and I let that man know.
But you cut the man off before you got the ring?
Yeah.
Because he said, oh no, girl.
Oh no, it gets crazier.
Did you guys
that was August 12th. I let go of the dude. And then August 18th, we got married.
Wait, 6 days later?
August 18th. He called my dad somewhere in there, asked him for permission to marry me. My whole family knows him. All my friends know him. His mama, when he called his mom and said, Mom, I'm getting married. She said, to who? Sarah? Anybody that he told, everybody was like, to Sarah? When I was like, I'm getting married, they were like, to who? Which one of them? But I was like, to Brock. And when I tell you, my parents are so happy because Brock is he's a husband already, August 12th, he said, you need to let that man go. I said,
So August 12th, he said, you need to let that man go. She said that they were already friends, they already knew each other. So y'all keep that in mind as well. So she was seeing another dude. This is what she explained last night or on something that I was watching. And she's also said, like I said, she said date them all. Why do y'all think that a woman should only date one fucking man, knowing damn well that there's other people that could possibly be the person? Y'all just assume that people always sleeping with someone. Y'all just assume that everybody's not a whore. Okay, everyone's not a whore. I mean, I know there's a lot of whoredom, trust me, we know, but everybody is not a whore. And I don't disagree. Why would you sit there and be with somebody and then they turn around and be a jackass or was already and maybe they were, right? But why would you sit there with one person and you go through whatever you go through and then you just break up and then you got to start all over again and then it doesn't work out? So are we on the same page or not? Yeah or nay? Because y'all said, and even when RBN said that, even for the right person, even RBN said that yesterday. If a man wants you, he's going to make it known, right? So he made it known, and now it's still a problem. Because, child, if it's unsuredom, it's not when we listen to tonight's conversation, it's clear and it's obvious, in my opinion, right? But as far as when I was when we were dating, I guess you would call it, because I feel like as soon as he saved me from kidnapping, that was it, in my opinion. So that was that. But I guess, you know, we used to hang out. We used to go over to his house on Friday nights after work and stuff like that for the weekend and stuff. His mom's house. Let me be honest, his mom's house. And just, you know, chill for the weekend or whatever. And then we was together for about a year or so. And then that's when I was like, okay, this is what I'm ready to do. So, you know, I'm not going to be nobody's baby mom. So we're either going to get married or we're done. That's exactly what I said. We're either going to get married or we're done. Because, child, ain't nobody got time to be waiting around for motherfuckers, and then it'll be 23 years. I'm not excusing that girl that said 23 years. She is stupid. She's just stupid. But, child, how much time does it take to get a commitment? You know what I'm saying? And how long do y'all really think that women are supposed to wait for a commitment? Because they're the ones that's basically waiting for a commitment at the end of the day. And then you don't get one. I mean, okay. I personally think it takes a good year and some strife in order to really know somebody. That's what I think. At least a year and some strife. Because when you're in a honeymoon phase, everything is everything, right? So until you have some sort of discourse, you don't know how that person's going to react. Remember I told y'all when I had the first baby, and she was a baby, like she was in a high chair and I was feeding her and she did something and I called her a biatch, right? And my husband came right out there and said, don't you ever call her that again. That was it. Okay. And I knew it was wrong. But this is another reason why single moms, you need somebody else there to be there when you do get upset and frustrated, that you can pass baby off to somebody. Y'all always looking for the fucking village, but y'all never want to look at the fucking person that you had a damn baby with. But I digress on that. So I don't know. These people be 5 minutes, then they go getting flued out, then they dying. Allegedly. Let me say allegedly, because we don't know. So these people don't have the sense that they were born with. So nobody is sitting around waiting like 5 years. Well, we know that they are, but anybody with some sense, this is who I'm talking to about right now. Anybody with some common sense is not going to sit here and just wait around forever for a commitment. I wouldn't. You know me? You know me or no? If you can't do it, then if you're not trying to do it, then that means that I'm not your person. So moving on. Then you got to start all over again. I mean, you got to start all over again. But she said it was two guys. She said it was this Brock dude and then it was somebody else, and she was dating them both. And I don't find a problem with that. I know y'all think differently, but that's fine. I don't think there's a problem with that, because y'all most certainly out here doing more than two, which it is what it is. But no, I don't think women should just wait around. It don't mean that you fuck everybody, because you'll get known as a whore. But they're whores anyway. Shout out to Kofa. Thank you, boo. He said her friend waited until he was ready. The other guy was marriage-minded as well, meaning they were working towards something and she didn't give a F. No, she said that. She explained that. She didn't explain it in this clip, but she explained it when I heard her tell the story. She said she was dealing with two men that were marriage-minded, including the dude that she knew. No one cares how that guy feels getting left. Y'all leave women too. Like, y'all gonna stop. Y'all are not gonna sit up here and tell me that y'all don't leave women too, or have left women or push them away from you. Do things because you don't want to do because I read this a lot. Y'all don't want to do the breaking up because of how women act, right? So then you just do shit to push her away, and then she leaves. I'm talking about normal women, y'all. I'm not talking about these crazy ass people. I'm just talking about normal women. You feel how you feel. I'm in agreement with her. What am I gonna cut myself off from everybody else for in order to get what at the end? Nothing, because we're just getting to know each other. We knowing each other. And she said she wanted to get married. So that's why she was seeing both of them. And then she said that they both knew about the other one, which is how he could come through, I would assume, and say, get rid of the other man because I'm ready to marry you. Allegedly. I mean, she did say that, but I'm assuming that's the reason why. Thank you, boo. He said, wait. Did you just say you bullied him into marrying you? Laughing my ass off. No, I didn't. I made it known where I stood. That's it. That's all I did. That's not bullying anybody. Listen. There's other women who won't speak up for themselves. That's not my problem. That's a them problem. Just like I said that many a black person will not negotiate their salary. I'm never scared, okay? I'm going to say what I have to say. I might wait. I might think. I might, figure out what the right timing is or whatever the case may be. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here and fuck my feelings for yours. Why would I do that? So I should fuck my feelings and what I'm going through and what I feel and what I'm looking for and what I want for you? Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. That's not how that works. If I'm supposed to care for you and your heart and your feelings and your life and your livelihood, then you should be doing the same for me. And if we're not on the same page, why are we wasting time? If we are not on the same page, why are we wasting time? For what? To end up, not me, but to end up like these people we listen to. The girl for 23 years. All these people with these dumbass stories that don't make no sense. You have free will to move on at any fucking time. You can't sit here and they can't just keep saying that it's their fault. You're choosing to be there. You're choosing to be there. And me saying that to him is no different than me saying to the dude that had 4 kids and his wife coming over to my house, be like, yeah, nah, this is over. Is that me being mean to him too? Yeah, nah, son, this is over. Nah, this is over. I'm not doing this. I'm not putting up with this. I'm not. And I shouldn't have been dealing with that dude anyway with 4 fucking kids at 18, 19 years old. That's crazy. But I didn't understand all that then. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Because I don't want no baby mama drama, which is why when y'all talk about you don't want to deal with people with kids, I get it. I understand from that one situation. And that's another reason why I say, I don't care what go wrong around this bitch. Ain't nobody going nowhere because these kids are not going to be calling. These kids ain't going to be calling nobody else mommy. They ain't going to be calling nobody else Mr. Tigger, okay? No, we're not doing that. Nah. I had these kids. You gave me these kids. We gonna raise these kids. That's it. That's all. That's how that works. That's just me. Shout out to Uncle Rick. He said date dick at the end. That's what my trainer says, but not necessarily. Like everybody's not a whore. Y'all can believe that about women. That's fine. But I know for a fact that that's not the case. My own fucking best friend was a virgin until I feel like sophomore in college, maybe the end of freshman year. So it is what it is. We all know different people, I guess. Kofa said, thank you, boo. He said, Melissa Ford, same thing. Her words. She had a good many that wanted to marry her that she says she loved and she chose the industry. Her choice. That was her choice. Exactly. So her coming, she's a good example. She's a whore too. But she had her opportunities. I think she said she was engaged 2.5 times, whatever the fuck the half meant. And then she just wanted to do what she wanted to do. She wanted to be a whore. Cool. Shout out to her. Now she out here complaining about all the men. Bitch, you had your opportunity. You did not take it. That is a you problem. I ain't got no sympathy for her. Fuck that bitch. She's a whore. She might not be now, but she definitely was before. And that's all on her. And the way that she talking, how nasty she is, it's not a surprise for her. I got no sympathy for Melissa Ford. Ever, never, no way. Wayne Lundy, thank you, boo. He said, I'm a virgin with kids. I have no clue about this. Hashtag SYSBM. I'm a virgin with kids too. I've only had sex twice. What are y'all talking about? Twice. Okay. Anyway, Uncle Rick, exactly. You had your chance. You got to capitalize when the opportunity is available. Yeah. Some people will wait around forever. That's cool. Good luck to y'all. Don't complain at the end. Don't complain at the end. That was your choice. Just like with the person I was just talking about with the millennial stuff or the Gen Z stuff. We go do something and shut the fuck up. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Do you. Stop following all these whores. Anyway, child. Moving on, child. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. So, Big Tigger's wife's mugshot was released after the arrest on kidnapping warrant. So this is her mugshot. She looked a lot different than she did in them pictures when she was with Tigger. So this is the little girl when she was, I guess, that age. Now she's approximately 17 and nobody knows where she's at. And this is the baby dad right here. So it says, I forget his name. We went over his interview on some radio station. And Kofa did more yesterday. So we're going to listen to him from yesterday. But then I'm telling you, I'm sure she wishes she had shut the fuck up, right? Now there's an imprisoned man Now there isn't. Thank you, Katania's mom. She gifted a clockage. Okay, clock it. I like that. Man who accuses Big Tigger's wife of lying about him graping her says she threw herself to the ground and pretended to be beat up because he declined to have X because she was stinking. We are really living in the Twilight Zone, y'all. We are really living in the Twilight Zone. So now there's somebody that's in jail. Now, if he's in jail for her, I'm not really sure, but I'm about to read this. Or if it's just somebody that's just trying to get onto the bandwagon or whatever. But this sounds crazy. But all of this has been crazy, y'all. Let's not act like all of this has not been crazy. All because she wanted to be a see you next Tuesday. She basically, listen, I'm not condoning it, but she basically got away with it. But then she had to get out here on the internet and try to get some empathy and sympathy. And nobody really has been falling for it, thank God. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. They said Ramon Joyner is speaking out from prison after the recent viral video involving Alicia Brown, Big Tigger's wife, brought renewed attention to his case. The message, which was posted by the mother of Joyner's son, shows him thanking those who have shared his story and expressing hope that the recent attention will lead to a review of his conviction. Oh, so he's already been talking about this. I can only hope this momentum can have an effect on me being released from here sooner than later, Joyner wrote. Joyner, who was incarcerated for approximately 11 years, has consistently maintained that Brown... Joyner, who has been incarcerated for approximately 11 years, has consistently maintained that Brown falsely accused him of rape, child. She got a long line. Oh my God. So I wasn't sure if he just started talking about it because of what's going on, but it says that he's been talking about this since it happened. In the message, he again denied the allegations, claiming Brown set me up and alleging she pretended to have been assaulted after returning to the hotel. A guilty man don't do that, he wrote, referring to his claim that he remained at the hotel waiting for police. And that do sound weird. The update comes just days after the mother of Joyner's son publicly asked attorneys, innocence organizations, and investigative journalists to review his case, arguing that Brown's credibility should be revisited following the recent viral video involving Big Tigger. Joyner's conviction remains in place, and there has been no court ruling overturning it. Brown has not publicly responded to his latest claims. Wow. So over here, which is what they wrote, I guess, and put on the internet, it says, first of all, thank you for all your efforts to clear my name. I can only hope this momentum can have an effect on me being released from here sooner than later. This is the ultimate goal for me because I knew Shawty was crazy and this shit was effed up. Oh, y'all like crazy, though. Shout out to y'all. Y'all like crazy. Everybody just went on living, though, like it was okay. And due to the fact I don't live my life on the right side of the law, criminal, I had to have had a hand in something. Whole time I denied Shawty, so she set me up. She was stinking, and I rolled. She was stinking, and I rolled out and came back hours later because I was still working, and she calling me to come to her room. That's when the goofy shit started, and I left again. And while I'm checking out, she falls in the lobby on some movie shit, all beat up, and I'm like, huh? Waiting for the police in the lobby for 45 minutes. A guilty man don't do that. Anyway, I was just telling you that, envisioning it again, like, damn, that's crazy how that happened. Wow. Child, what the fuck? I cannot. That's him. Mother of Ramon Joyner's son wants his case revisited after viral Big Tigger video saying he has been locked up for 11 years after Big Tigger's wife accused him of rape. While he has always maintained she was lying, she changed her story so many times. Wow.
Tigger, get off my phone. Do you not see all them crap? Why did you do that?
Now I will play this.
Get off her now. Mr. Tigger! Mr. Tigger! Mr. Tigger! Mr. Tigger! Mr. Tigger! Mr. Tigger, get off her now. Mr. Tigger!
Lord help your people. Anyway. Let's take a listen to Kofa's show from last night. All right. I'm definitely gonna fast forward it because I do want to talk about that other story. But you know, he had some good points. I haven't listened to it all, but he absolutely had some good points. Speaking of, thank you, Boo. He said, women wonder why dudes are opting out. Sarah was waiting on the friend and she was holding up the marriage to the other dude, reading between the lines. What you see, thank you, Boo, for the jewels. I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all with these jewels. So funny. I wish I could see them when they come up. Women wonder why dudes are opting out. Sarah was waiting on the friend and she was holding up the marriage. How is she holding up the marriage? I don't understand. To the other dude, reading between the lines. Okay. So, all right. Nicole said, wait a minute. She left a kid in the car for 8 hours. Then the kid went missing, named another kid after the missing one, falsely accused the man of rape, and Tigger thought she was a good catch. Well, we're about to hear a different point of view from Kofa. Okay, so let's hear what he has to say.
We're going to go ahead and get rolling. Of course, I had to have a conversation about this big ticket situation. I'm going to take a slightly different pivot from what I've seen everybody else talking about, mainly the men's point of view. As you can see on the thumbnail, hold on, I'm going to bring it back real quick. Turn the music.
Kofa taught me.
You're damn right, Kofa taught you. So
this is a good thumbnail too.
So as you can see on the thumbnail, I'm pointing at Big Tigger. Brother Darrell Williams is pointing at Big Tigger, and Big Tigger is pointing at both of us. And you can see in the background, Big Tigger's soon-to-be ex-wife, Alicia, is in the background.
She probably won't want to get divorced now.
Alicia Brown. So let me go ahead and bring it back. I had to do a play on the Spider-Man meme of everybody pointing fingers at each other, because this is going to be an accountability podcast. I know everybody's tired of that word, but we have to have a conversation as men about the situation that we get ourselves in and what it actually fucking looks like. Before we get to rolling, let me go ahead and acknowledge who's in the building. Brother Malika in this thing, he says, salute to you, Kofa, in chat. Salute to you, good brother. And of course,
no, I agree. No one,
I'm a narcissist.
No one should go near that woman again. But y'all will, because remember, y'all like crazy. Y'all like crazy, remember?
They throw really good alley-oops and let the court of public. You think you're getting a better version of who she used to be, that she grew out of it, that we're at this age now, we have to be mature? Take it from me. That's why I put myself on the thumbnail with the title, We Trusted Her. When I say we, it's a lot of brothers that trusted whoever the particular woman is in your life, whoever your her is, you trusted her, then the other shoe drops. The mask fell off. These people can only mask who they truly are for so long. And you have to start taking accountability and looking at what they've done to other people, in particular other men. But a lot of brothers are arrogant. Most of the time, of course, the street niggas, man, I ain't never had no woman do me like that, bro. Man, you got to step your game up, man. I get it off the lip, this, that, and the third. This is why I have so much smoke for all these guys in these podcast spaces that call themselves dating coaches. Notice I've never given you that title. I've never given you a title of being a relationship guru. I'm just here to tell the truth because, again, just like that bitch got Brother Darrell, as we're getting ready to hear from, just like she got Tigger in the middle of all this going on between those other two men, so many of us, including
and another man now,
myself, have been caught up in a situation like that. That's how I found out that I was a brand new dad with a fucking 2-year-old. Why? Because his mama told me she had an abortion and kept my son away from me for 2 fucking years. So when I found out the boy was already 2, I'm living my life to move on, raise my daughter, believing after our breakup that she had this abortion, and boom, here we are. Go ahead and acknowledge no news. I appreciate you being in here, good brother. He says, I can't stand when they tell brothers to vet better, like these hoes won't switch up for 10 years down the line. Indeed, good brother. Again, I know the 10 brothers I've been telling y'all about lately that have been divorced, a handful of those brothers are in their early and mid 50s. Some of them are in their mid 40s, but they've been married. Remember, I told you all of them have been married over 10 years. So what no news just said is 100% facts.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
With that said, we're going to get to the first video tonight. This is from the Atlanta police picking up Tigger's soon-to-be ex-wife for the kidnapping charges that she had for the last 7 years.
Again, let's talk about dropping the ball. The Reisterstown police, child services, child support, all of them should be held accountable for this shit. All of them. Just like Nicole said, after you leave the kid in the car for 8 damn hours, that's crazy. Man trying to fight for his kid, that's crazy. Then all of a sudden, kidnapped, that's crazy. Child,
To bring Darrell Williams on, as we've been talking about him.
Evidence right now that showed that this was some type of stranger abduction. The interesting thing about this situation is,
I'm gonna pause it. ATL, I'm gonna read the caption for those ear hustling. ATL radio host Big Tigger's wife at center of 7-year missing child case.
7 years. 7 years the kid is missing. Still missing.
Abuse allegations. Stay with me. We're gonna get into all this.
Remember this equation. You will need it later, Miller.
Let's keep going.
that this was the same young lady who was left inside of a car by her mother about 6 years ago.
A kid in a car for 8 hours to go into the casino.
Even police used to seeing terrible things say this one is in a class by itself. 24-year-old Alicia Brown not only allegedly left her child alone in the car for 8.5 hours, police believe she also put sheets over the windows to make sure no one saw the 4-year-old. And it doesn't appear she ever even checked on the little girl the whole time.
Personally, I don't really care what the excuse is. I can care less if they had the whole car set up like a daycare center.
Fox 45 spoke with the child's mother, Alicia Brown, who says despite speculation on social media, 10-year-old Aaliyah is not currently with her. The mother says Aaliyah lives in a foster home and was lost 3 times before.
Investigating to see if there's a connection here. Right now we can't.
The kid was lost 3 times before. That's crazy.
Confirm. We don't know the whereabouts of Aaliyah, so we can't confirm what we have right now at this point. We want to find out, did she leave on her own, or did someone help her, or did someone provoke her to leave?
Bring it back on me. There's a missing girl, the little girl's missing report from 2019. Let me bring it back on me. She has been missing for 7 years. Kofa's premise, as you'll hear from the father, he believes the daughter is still alive. I genuinely believe when that man got custody. Now, mind you, this happened with the casino incident when the little girl was 6. So it took the system 4 more years to finally realize, oh shit, this bitch ain't hitting on nothing. Let's give the child to the father. As soon as he gets adjudicated as the guardian and the custodial parent, as soon as he gets custody, the little girl comes up missing. My personal opinion. Again, no facts, data, statistics to back it up. Haven't seen anything. But because I've seen things like this play out in real fucking life, I genuinely believe that she took that baby to one of her family members, and the family member is sitting down in Mississippi, like Michonne said, somewhere, or wherever the fuck else in America, with that child staying silent as fuck. To the point that little girl probably thought her daddy was dead or in jail.
Well, I hope that's what's going on. I really do hope that that's what's going on at this point. Because if all this is going on and it's making major news and stuff like that, I feel like we should be hearing from her, because she can see that that's her and they're talking about her. Does that make sense? I feel like we should be hearing from her by now, allegedly.
Ain't no telling what type of brainwashing they've given that child, and she don't even know who the fuck she is. Again.
Yeah, that's why I said if she sees this and sees her face and the father there with her as a baby and all that, I feel like maybe she should, I hope she's okay. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
6 years old, gets left in a freezing car so her mama can go fucking gamble. We've seen the stories before. This isn't new. We've seen the stories of women leaving their kids in the car to go in the club and shake ass. So it's not far-fetched that this bitch would leave her baby in the car, freezing cold, while she go gamble. Because mama got to have a life too. Comes back, gets arrested. These are old news reports that I just played. They just arrested her. Stay with me.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Stay with me. So at 6 years old, she's left in a freezing car by herself. Mama still has custody while daddy fights to get his fucking child. 10 years old, she goes missing from Virginia. She's kidnapped. She's missing. Mama has a warrant for her fucking arrest. Brings her ass to ATL. Remember, Big Tigger and the wife had a child in like 2020, 2021. So she immediately comes down here, links up with Big Tigger, gets knocked up, pops out a kid. Everybody's happy for Tigger. We remember Tigger from back in the day on Rap City, The Basement. So we've been watching this man, again, since I was in middle school, high school. Grew up watching this brother. Oh shit, Tigger's about that time, you 40. We know how the conversations go. I can only imagine what his family was asking him. You got the money, you got the career. When you gonna get married? When you gonna settle down? When you gonna give us a new baby for the family? Boom, it happens during COVID. Fast forward 6 more years. Mama and Tigger living footloose and fancy free. Nobody gives a fuck about these black kids. Nobody gives a fuck about the father. Until this situation popped off with the alleged abuse from Big Tigger and hit viral feeds. No one gave a fuck about this woman doing what she did. Nobody gave a fuck about that black man up in Virginia looking for his child.
Including the police and child services. How the hell you just let it go? Like, she married a famous person. I guess he's famous, right? She married a famous person and they didn't even like follow up, go look, go check, go talk to him, nothing. They just like, oh, well, F it. I'm sorry. I just think that somebody should be liable there as well. Wombat in the building. Thank you, Boo. He said currently in MIA for some foolishness, but hope everybody had a great week and listen while I get ready to ride out. Shout out to you. Wombat is always on the move. Appreciate you, Boo. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to all of y'all. We're watching Grow Talk with Kofa. If Ahmad could drop his channel, make sure we follow him because he always has great live streams, y'all. This is a good one.
This is the type of shit that we're always talking about. So any brother out there where you're hesitant to tell your side of the story or tell your version of the story, as we'll see in a second, please stop. Start talking, bro. Calm your emotions down, settle into it, and tell the fucking truth. Part of the accountability is knowing where you fucked up, how you got caught up with this type of bitch, so it doesn't happen again. So when you start giving other brothers, younger cats especially, all this advice, it's coming from a genuine place. It doesn't just come off as angry, even though that's how they're going to label it. You can sit there and talk like, we went through this. I was searching for my baby. I talked to the police. You'll hear from his father in a second. Very easygoing, just straightforward brother. They're still trying to twist this shit of what has he done in the last 7 years to look for his child on the internet.
I didn't hear that. Is that what they're trying to say? Like, what? No. I think he said he ran out of money, though, which I've heard before. Listen to Mr. Palmer, who is back, right? Just blaming. Oh, my God. All right, let me move forward, y'all.
She was 40 or 60. He got too much access to info. Then she goes on to say that video of her throwing herself.
Hold on. This is conversation with
about whatever found on a new car for you. They're going to tell you, you're a man. You should have known better. Hold on. I'm going to get to that point in a quick second. Commander Coop in the building, salute. He says, roll tide. We're going to hit you with real quick.
You're running in the wrong.
Next in the last video tonight, because it's kind of lengthy, it's his interview. So we're going to try to get through that. But I'm going to read this conversation to you that I was having with my homegirl today. No name shall be used. I'm just going to read it. She said, speaking of kids, she was talking about a marshal trying to pick up this lady from the airport because she escaped with one of her kids. She kidnapped one of her kids. She got like 6 kids. It's a totally different story. So we're texting. And I said, of course, just like Big Tigger's wife just got arrested for kidnapping. I'll be talking about that tonight, right now. But it's taken damn near 10 years. Once again, no one gives a fuck about black men, black fathers, or black children. Brothers with podcasts exist for a reason. She replied back. This is my homegirl. Tigger's a grown man that married a woman with a missing kid. It wasn't a sealed case. He knew. Black female, mind you. That's the first place they go. Where the fuck is the child? Cool, stay with me. I said, you're right. I got you in a second, Rick. I said, you're right. And that's why we don't believe women. I'm sure that cunt told him a lie. We'll get to that in a second as well. But like you just said, he's a grown man. That's the first thing everyone goes to. But if we say she was a grown woman, everybody would defend it with, well, that man lied to her about whatever the case may be. We always hear that. She a grown-ass woman. She made her choice of men. Well, he lied to her. Some of these niggas so good and this, that, and the third. I went on to say,
child, who are these women that you know? I'm so confused. Kofa, when are you moving? Where are you moving, child? Where aren't you moving to what is it, Medellin? Just take little Kofa with you. Cause child, these women that you know, maybe it's the ATL. I don't know. You be knowing some women, child. You be knowing some women.
This is also what happens when men wait well into their 40s and never been married, never had any kids. They get successful and think that he made a come up of a good woman because she lied so well. She replies with, it was an entire news story. He could have done, hold on, make sure I'm, She replied with, it was an entire news story. He could have done a simple search.
Remember this equation. You will need it later, Miller.
He could have done a simple search. She didn't just start acting crazy. I don't know if he was 40 or 60. He got too much access to info. Then she goes on to say that video of her throwing herself on the ground is fucking ridiculous. Take her to jail. I understand that. You see that with all that fake screaming. So I replied back with an audio message I'd like to play for you now.
On how to handle women. Again, we are not told on how to handle women until after something happens. Then everybody says, well, you a grown man. You should have known. All you had to do was look it up. Nobody tells us that shit. And then things like this happen, and as soon as the shit happens and somebody does a podcast about it, black women lose their how weak and how sorry we are for background searches and shit like that. So it's a constant back and forth. It is annoying as fuck. Of course he didn't do a background check. She had to charge the whole upstate. This is the exact same thing that happened with Grandmama. How the and another goddamn state that she done burned down some house. Need to ask questions and all this shit. When we ask about fucking podcast, this is their fucking mind. Can you imagine if somebody started asking about your fucking criminal history? We're not told these background checks and vet women again until some shit happens. And everybody says, "Oh, you a man, you should have known this, that, and the third." But somehow, some way, we flip the coin over, and all the intuition shit go out the fucking window. When some man lied to some woman, and she did bullshit.
Y'all, let me know where I told her a lie. Let me know where I told her a lie. She went on to reply. The story is allegedly. Multiple people warned him not to fool with her behind the missing child. I don't know if it's true or not. Laugh out loud. I said, there's always a...
I haven't heard that. I mean, I barely heard some of what that convo was, but I've never heard them say that he knew about what was going on. Child, we didn't know. I mean, not what we would know. But now this dude in jail, allegedly, she just got a whole line of destruction behind that heifer, child.
Hindsight 2020. But if the child is missing, I guarantee you, she told him a lot off the top that all was well, and he didn't think the child was actually missing. Because I guarantee you, her family has that baby somewhere or has had that child somewhere and helped her keep that child away from the actual father. Ask me how I know.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Ask me how I know. So while Tigger was dumb again, this shit is not being beaten into our heads the way it is being beaten into women's heads. That's how you get podcasts about shit like this.
What I will say about well, Jeff now, and I think he's absolutely right. Jeff Asker Brother is saying to do background checks on people, right? So, whether anybody will do it or not, I don't know. I just am confused. This heifer has been, well, I guess she moved state to state, so then it wouldn't be a known thing. The police are not looking into it. The police are not trying to find a missing child. You know what I'm saying? So she's a see you next Tuesday, right? And again, I hope this child is alive, but she definitely has to have had help as well. I don't know whose responsibility it would be, but if she went down to the ATL and got pregnant immediately, isn't that what Kofa said? I'm not really sure of the timeline on when she went down and then she got with Tigger, and then they started having babies. But child, this was what, 9 years ago, 7 years ago, or whatever it is, or so. People moving way faster now than they were moving then. People moving way faster now than what they were moving then. So that's why you got all these influencers that are showing up deceased now. Nobody wants to listen. These people don't want to listen. If we're not learning something from this shit, then what's the point, right? If they're going to continue to do this dumb shit, then the results are theirs, like with regard to everything else. So one thing Kofa said was that nobody told y'all how to deal with women. Well, please don't think that anybody told us how to deal with men. Not me. I don't know. I'm not a man, right? But I just learned from viewing. I just learned from my environment, right? Family, aunts and uncles, all that stuff, from family reunions and stuff like that. So I don't know. Black people don't do a lot of things, let's be honest, right? So do we really think that they're teaching us how to have a healthy relationship? No one told me that. My relationships may not have been healthy. 19 dealing with a 38-year-old. Clearly there's an issue, right? But it's kind of like, what is it called? Live and learn. You got to figure it out as you go along, like everything else. That's all I'm saying. Foz says men can get DRUG'd and robbed for all their stuff. Shout out to Cardi B. And people will say, well, you shouldn't have left your drink with her when you went to the bathroom. You should have took it with you. Your fault. Now, I've never heard that before. If I'm going to the bathroom, I'm either going to finish the drink or I'll get the drink when I come back. I would never leave a drink out. I would never leave a drink out and then come back. That doesn't even make good God sense. Like, sometimes people need to do some things that make sense. I just feel like people just think that everybody else is responsible for them, much like the heifer with generation, X. It's you. It's trial and error. You got to unfortunately figure it out. But, I knew about Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby is an old thing. I know everybody hates him now. How am I blaming men? What are you talking about? How am I blaming men? Self-accountability. I won't order the drink until I come back, or I'm going to drink it before I go to the bathroom. I'm confused. And I agree, Uncle Rick, you got to want to do better, but people just want to do the same things over and over again. And then that's the definition of insanity. So how anything going to change if you're going to keep doing the same thing? I don't know. It don't make sense. Come on, boo.
How in the free full fuck is Tigger supposed to know she got these charges in another state? All the way from Georgia, all the way up to Virginia. Hell, I didn't know the state over in Alabama. From Georgia, here where I live, that she had these charges and kept my fucking son away from me for 2 years. Because we don't do background checks. So again, let everybody get pissed when Kofa tells y'all, stop fucking with single mama seriously. If you're gonna fuck these bitches, wrap up, or again, passports and fucking vasectomies.
And that's another thing. Like, how many times does this need to be said? Should this not be known by adults by now? You don't want to. This is the same difference like saying to these heifers that keep getting pregnant. So no one knows that there's ways to not get pregnant. Like, I'm so tired of these dumbass stories. Somebody got me pregnant. No, you got yourself pregnant. You went and you took all that pleasure and you got pregnant. So the condom breaks. So the condom is breaking all this time. Ain't nobody using no damn condoms. And even if you didn't want to, there's so many other ways. Child, you could get the damn vasectomy like he said, but there's 55 million and one birth control methods for women. You're not going to use them. That's on you. That's your fault. So when you come up here talking about you got all these kids and you can't afford, I can't, y'all. I can't do it. I can't have empathy or sympathy. And it's not because your moms and dads didn't teach you. It's because you're a dummy. You're a dummy. You don't want to have kids, you do something not to have kids, whether it's not participate in the activity where you get kids or you do some sort of birth control, whatever that might be. Like if this is the hard stuff, y'all, let's think about this for a second. If this is the hard stuff, then what is the hard stuff? Like when you lose a job, when your significant other can't work anymore, you may have, God forbid, something wrong with you physically. How are you going to carry on? If figuring out which birth control method to use is the hard part, no wonder these motherfuckers are out here mad at the world. They dumb. They're dumb. That's not even a hard thing. John, not the pull-out method. Goodbye, sir. I can't with you. That's probably what they be doing.
Or just don't fuck with these broads at all. Now, somebody gonna see this, clip it, be mad about me telling you not to fuck with single moms. But just like my homegirl, black woman, he should have known something was up when her child was missing. Just like we should know something's up when the fucking father's missing.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease!
If we're gonna take all that shit into account, because these are the things we're told to overlook, just ask a couple of questions. Or y'all don't ask enough questions, but when we get to questioning and start pointing fingers, you know that was on you. You ain't have to fuck with that nigga. What made you fuck with that nigga? This, that, and the third. And she's gonna raise holy hell. You're victim blaming. It's the same.
I think I'm getting I guess Kofa is saying that this friend of his is cutting for that girl. Fuck that bitch. You already know, I already said plenty of times, don't nobody care about none of these kids. Nobody. They only care about them when they are, I guess, kidnapped. Clearly, that's not the case, actually, until they're a criminal or deceased. When does anybody have anything positive to say about any of these kids? They're sitting up here showing them learning that damn song. Now y'all got a low sperm count. Abba has been messing up. Is that shit still going on?
Same stereotypical tropes and traits. Let me get to y'all comments real quick. Let me scroll up. Had some more people come in. I want to make sure I get everybody. We don't know who's screaming, Mr. Tigger! I don't know where that kid came from. Somewhere in that space of her daughter and that kid and the one that she just had with Tigger. Then there's Kofa on the thumbnail. Just we talk about, once again, my personal situation. When the more I learned about this woman, I kind of dodged a bullet. But my baby mama is tapping on that fucking glass to be this goddamn crazy. That's why I'm going so hard for my fucking son, trying to get full fucking custody.
Another Kofa only know crazy women, y'all. No shade, Kofa, if he's still here, but everybody is crazy around him. I think it's the ATL. I'm gonna blame the ATL.
She was fucking his best friend, so you know, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
They clearly crazy down there. Maybe it's the South. I don't know. I've never heard a situation like none of these stories. Never, ever, ever, never, ever, and never. Wow. Wayne, thank you, boo. He said they're clogs in the wheel. Let's keep churning. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Come on, child.
I done already been through it. Once again, while she was here with me, my belly was full, my balls was empty, the kids that we had was taken care of, and my house was fucking spotless. Didn't mean shit at the end of the day, because it's only a matter of time before that mask fall off, fellas. Start learning these signs early, these cautionary tales that Malika keeps pointing out, that I keep talking about, that y'all have already fucking lived. Don't take this shit for granted. You survived. Rick done told his story where a bitch almost literally took him off the face of the planet. Stabbed him. Rick, correct me if I'm wrong, bro, if you're still in here. Stabbed you within an inch of your heart.
Uncle Rick, are you here? Is that you he's talking about? What the fuck?
This shit ain't no fucking joke out here. Yeah, I started out with the Mr. Tigger bop that somebody chopped up on the internet, but it's not a joke, because now we finna get serious. Let me get the rest of y'all comments. We gonna keep on rolling. No News says they always handle Keisha with kid gloves. This is a fucking fact.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy
gravitating toward those guys. They don't give a fuck about their children. And these dumb bird brain assholes and gave these niggas full fucking families to not take care of.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. Wow. Oh my God. Who are these women, y'all? Oh my God. I did get hit with a book though. And I did get kidnapped. So I guess that's the equivalent, right? Or no? Allegedly. I don't know. Everybody crazy.
Let's keep on going. Death Reaper in the building. Salute, good brother. I appreciate the car in a freezing car. So he's gonna tell that whole story.
All right, so I already played this, so I'm gonna stop it there. But shout out to Kofa. Go watch that video, that live stream if you haven't. Girl, to say the least, Rose. Lord have mercy. What the fuck? Woo, Lord help your people. Don't put them bitches on me. I don't know one person like none of that. Not near one. That's why when I hear this shit, I'm like, who are these women? Who are these people? Where do y'all find these people? Where they from? What the fuck? Crazy. She stabbed men when I was trying to leave after she put hands on me. An inch away from my heart. Oh my God. That's like your own Carmelo Anthony story. She stabbed men or me? Okay, she stabbed me when I was trying to leave after she put hands on me. Wow. Okay, glad you made it out. Wow, I'm flummoxed. I am flummoxed. I guess that's supposed to make her want to come back to you. Wow. Thank you, Kofa. He said, Lord, I'm back. My neighbor stopped by as soon as you started. Now I got to rewind and replay gang. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you, RB, and appreciate you, Messi. You don't know because most men don't talk or tell their story. I'm saying it from the woman's side. Like, I don't know women who've done stuff like this. I don't know women who fight men. I don't know women who stab men. I don't know women who wild out like this. I don't know women that kidnap kids. I don't know women that send men to jail. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I figured I would hear about one or two by now. So I don't. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I don't. So yeah, it's surprising. It's crazy. But you know, I don't like people. Yeah, I don't like people. I don't be hanging out with people. You know what I'm saying? Especially bitches. But I'm just saying, for the ones I've known, the ones I know and stuff like that, even the dudes that I know, like, they don't do stuff like that. Like I said, I don't know men who don't take care of their kids. I would never know men that don't take care of their kids. Most of the people I know are married. Most of the people I know have been married for a long time, or their kids they're a pain in the ass because they're all a pain in the ass, but they're all normal. They're not robbing banks. They're not doing teen takeovers. They're not on the internet whining about their parents. They're pretty normal from that perspective. They're a pain in the ass because they all are, you know? That's all I'm saying. Yes, Messi, that's why now if a woman hits me, I steal off on them. A woman can end your life just like a man. Absolutely. Quick. Especially with a knife. Sheesh. Especially with a damn knife. Especially after what we just saw with Frisco, Texas. I'm glad you're okay, child. That is crazy. That is crazy. I don't know crazy shit like that. Thank the Lord for that blessing. Anyway. Let me get into this Nolan thing story because it's already 2 hours and I'm already tired. You'll be shocked at the kind of women who flip out like this. Most times you never think that one is like that. That's what anger management is. And I'm not going to say and act like that I haven't screamed and hollered or anything like that. But for put my hands on a man and trying to hurt him and hit him and stuff like that, no. STABBED, no. No. That's wild. That's wild. Anyway. All right. Let's see. Let's start here with whoever the hell this heifer is. One Jasmine Terry. Oh, one Jasmine Terry. Says Nolan Wells' tragedy is why Carmelo defended himself. I love how they can just pull these two things together. One has nothing to do with the other. So for those that don't know, Nolan Wells lived in Mississippi and he went out for the 4th of July with his friends. He's black, they're all white. They went to some island where they boat out. So clearly, if your friends have a boat, they got money. And I'm assuming since he knows them that he has money too. So they went out boating and then they came home. The white boys came home. Nolan didn't. And then he washed up deceased a day or two later. So, of course, people are saying that it's similar to Carmelo and saying that now they're saying that black boys shouldn't hang out with white boys, males, however you want to look at it. Just all this dumb stuff that, you know, TikTok comes up with now. It's all about race. It's going to be just added on to this Carmelo stuff, which is basically what she's doing here. Her caption reads, "What happened to Nolan Wells is exactly why so many black men speak about protecting themselves before the world decides their story for them. Now they're down for y'all, okay? Lest we not forget. These people do not care about y'all until you are deceased or you are in jail. Now all of a sudden, there's all this talk about black men and what you need to know and what you need to do and how you need to do it because this situation, this is what happens. Carmelo is the same, blah, 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 blah. 10 seconds later, you ain't shit. Say I'm lying. Too often, black lives are judged by assumptions before facts. Truth matters, context matters, our humanity matters. Now your humanity matters, some sassy streets. Me being pro-black isn't about being anti-anyone. It's about demanding the same grace, justice, and presumption of innocence that everyone deserves. We will continue to stand on truth, accountability, and the value of black life." So shout out to the value of black life. I wonder if she had anything to say about Chicago, which I never got to last weekend. Shout out to Mona D, I see you. Or any of the other things that are happening to black people. But if I mention that, then that means I'm a white supremacist talking points, because always focus on when someone allegedly, got to say allegedly here, white did something to a black person. But when black people do it to black people, it's not a problem and it's okay. Now, me personally, I think that's asinine and it shouldn't be anybody taking anybody out. But imagine if they took this stance in fervor to clean up the damn neighborhoods where this shit is happening, parent your fucking kids, and made sure that black people stopped taking black people out. I wonder how much that would make things better. But nobody wants to talk about that. And I bring it up. That's when I become Auntie Ruckus, because that's how the community is. I'm not saying that this situation is okay, but it's not okay with this situation. It's not okay with what happened last night, last weekend, last 4th of July, the Memorial Day, and any of these other cities with regard to black people who are no longer here. But for some reason, black people can't seem to see that. I don't understand why. It only matters when a white person is involved. So Nolan Wells and Carmelo Anthony have nothing to do with one another, except for they're two black young men that were hanging out with white people. That's it. That's it. But over here, I just saw this come up. Oops, wrong thing. where it looks like the friends are at Nolan's house. So it says, after days of questions surrounding Nolan Wells' death, a new video shows his friends gathering at his mother's home to comfort her. Now, I thought he had a mother and a father. I'm not really sure. So I guess we'll have to figure that out. So it looks like it's a varying amount of kids here, right? Shout out to Wayne Lundy. I apologize. 43 months. Thank you so much, Boo. He said, Auntie, you're a needed necessity in this space. I'm not with the queen king-ish, but you're queen and they are still scheming. Sassy ass straight. Shout out to you, Boo. I appreciate you. Thank you, Boo. So they're all here, right? So clearly we can see, I look in the background, they live indecently, right? Shout out to them. There's nothing wrong with that. Here are the comments. Where are the friends that was on the boat? A white person wouldn't even be in sight, for real. Why are white people there? White people, they're blacks, will never learn. Any of them white boys, the ones he was with. So you lawyer up and don't show up to the support date. I don't think any of these white friends were on the boat. Questionable, need answers. My heart and confidence goes out to the family. This must not be covered up. God, your will, your way. Yes, see, it's just too cool and friendly for me. Like, where the kids from the boat like y'all gathering and showing support is cool. But what happened to Buddy who like eat some chicken and see mama, then go see about them boys on the boat? I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay. But the point is that now there's a problem because like, if these are his friends, these are his friends. Like, in my opinion, you can just tell some people who don't leave their own block, basically. These are people who would say that it's okay for Kantanji and Venus, Serena, and all the rest of them to be married to white men, and it's a wonderful, great thing. But now this happens. Now all of a sudden it's all this white people hate. This is not me saying anything but what's actually true. And I know the colors is going to be upset about it. It is what it is, right? So now these black people shouldn't be hanging out with letting these white people that was this dude's friend come over and comfort her with the loss of her son because they're white. Like, what are we talking about? The fuck are we talking about? It's really tough. Anyway, shout out to Night J. Thank you, member, for 17 months. Thank you, Boo. He said, this honestly is disturbing. We didn't grow up with racism this way. Exactly. It was rougher back when we were kids. This is madness. I agree with you. I agree with you completely. But it's also a Generation Z people, not all, but enough of them, that's being led into this, not because they don't have a choice, because they absolutely have a choice, and everything has to be racist. And in 1 second, it's white people, and the next second, they're going to have a blonde wig on. 1 minute, it's white people. Ignore what happened over here with this kid. Even the girl that we just looked at in ATL coming out of the Gentleman's Club in Florida, wherever she was, in Florida. She coming out of the Gentleman's Club. She black. I can see that the person, even though they blurred him out, is black. Nobody has any problem with that. Nobody got any issues with that. Oh, because he's not white. She's dead now. But because he's not white, it's not a big deal. Now, only if it's a white person, then it becomes a big deal. Now there's no hanging out with white people. White people ain't no good. White people ain't, a worthy. They're all racist. Let some black woman come out here and say that she about to marry somebody white. What you think they're going to say? Tadisha's not here. I need some code help. What you think they're going to say? Yeah, sis, go, sis. Yeah, sis, go, sis. Madness, y'all. Madness. Thank you, Kofi. He said, this happened to my neighbor's son, the only black guy on the boat, and quote unquote drowned in water that he could stand up in. Wow. He was 6'4" football recruit to Alabama, I think. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Now I have thoughts on this, but I really don't know a lot of information. So that's why I'm like ready to see what's what. So here's a news program. Let's see what they got to say. Death of Mississippi teen Nolan Wells under investigation. And this is recent. This is today.
Death of a Mississippi teenager, 18-year-old Nolan Wells, went missing on the 4th of July. You see him here. He was on a boat trip with friends going out to a popular barrier.
What the hell are they blurring this for, child? We didn't see this picture all over creation.
Calls are growing for answers about the death of a Mississippi teenager. 18-year-old Nolan Wells went missing on the 4th of July. You see him here. He was on a boat trip with friends going up to a popular barrier island near Mississippi's Gulf Coast. Authorities say Wells did not return on a boat with those same friends that afternoon. 2 days later, Wells's body was found. No cause of death has been given. The Wells family has hired attorney Ben Crump, who says they have sent the body for an independent autopsy and expect those results tomorrow. Let's get to NBC News national correspondent Aaron Gilchrist, who joins us now. Aaron, this has gotten a lot of attention on social media. People are posting lots of videos. What do we actually know about the circumstances surrounding his death?
Well, we know that the Jackson County Sheriff's Office says that there is still an active investigation going on. It's only been 3 days now since Nolan Wells' body was found off Horn Island, that barrier island off the coast of Mississippi. And at this point, investigators say that they're still trying to gather information. They still want to, they've talked to many people who were on the island. This is a popular place that people are trying to gather.
So he was a football person, okay, right?
Information. They still
Ocean Springs, city of Ocean Springs.
They've talked to many people.
You see this right here? This is what I wanted to stop at. See all these white people on the side? They are living a certain life. I'm gonna go with what I see. They're living a certain life, so they're gonna be around white people. Similar to Carmelo Anthony's family, who were living a certain life as well. So they were around a bunch of white people. You know who else was around a bunch of white people? All these rich people telling everybody else about racism. Where the hell you think they live? Where the hell y'all think they live? Roland, Ricky, where y'all think they live? So for people to sit up here and talk about white people this and white people that, well, this is where they were living. Where are they supposed to live? What are they supposed to do? Yeah, I'm not saying that he's the only one. I'm just pointing out the fact on who basically is around. Like, clearly, the football player, this dude is black, but, you know, I'm just saying, let's not act like we don't know. A lot of daggone football players are going to be black, right? But I'm talking about the rest of these kids in the background. I'm just saying, this is what I'm noticing.
People who were on the island. This is a popular place that people go to by boat during the holiday season, the 4th of July holiday. And so investigators say they're still talking to people.
He looks just like them. He looks, all these 4 bodies look the same. These 4 boys all look the same. He's just black. That's it. They all look the same.
And they're still trying to gather more information. They've asked the public to share with the sheriff's office any video or photos, specifically asking for unedited video or photos, which may be slightly different from some of what we've been seeing online, where people have tried to enhance audio from what they say was an argument that may have been happening on one of the boats or on shore that people have suggested Nolan and his friends may have been involved in. The sheriff's office not verifying that. At this point, the family has hired Ben Crump, as you noted, the civil rights attorney, who says that the family just wants urgency and transparency in this investigation. He pointed out that Nolan is black and his 3 friends who were on the boat with him are white. And he said that law enforcement in Mississippi has a history that has made the family want to reach out to him and is part of the reason that they're asking for that increased transparency. I do want to share part of this.
So one of the things that many of people said to me before I went to Mississippi last week and myself, I didn't know this was going on, but clearly I was here when this was happening, is that you got to be worrying about racism, of which I'm not going to act like it wasn't in the back of my head, right? Oh, you got to worry about the white people. You got to worry about the white people. I met the girl on the plane and, you know, she was like, do this, do that. You can ride to Nolans, rent a car, go to Nolans, go eat, blah, blah, blah. And I was going to do it. I think I told y'all that I was thinking about doing it. And then she had said, just make sure you don't get lost. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to be done with that. I'm not going to do that. So then I talked to my husband. I talked to my trainer and somebody else, 3 men. My dad, and they were just like, yeah, no, you're not going to drive to New Orleans by yourself. At least if you were with someone else, maybe, but no, because if you get lost, it gets late and then it's the dark. And then I was thinking anyway, it's like, I know where I am. I know Philly, Jersey, Delaware, Maryland pretty well. So I know some back roads. I know how to get through shit. I know what looks familiar and stuff. I would not have a clue here. And I would have to completely depend on GPS. Nah. I was like, yeah. All right. Not a big deal. So I was in Mississippi the whole time. But that's stuff that would go through my mind. But I wouldn't want to end up in a sundown town or in a ghetto, a hood, none of that. but I wouldn't have no idea what to do, where to go. I'd have to completely depend on GPS. What if that shit is wrong? Because we can't not gonna act like it's always right. So I'm just saying. I didn't go. So I listened to all this MSG and what they said.
Statement from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office where they say, we recognize that a significant amount of information, speculation, and commentary has been shared on social media and throughout the community. As with any active investigation, our investigators are working to establish the facts through eyewitness accounts, physical evidence, and other reliable sources. Kate, as you noted, at this point, the state has not said what it found in its autopsy, and the family of Nolan Wells is having an autopsy done separately by Ben Crump's team. We expect to hear more about that tomorrow when there's a news conference scheduled where we understand the family will appear, Kate.
All right, Aaron Gilchrist for us. Aaron.
I think this is from today. Hold on a second. It said 5 hours ago. So yeah, so this is up-to-date information. This is 5 hours ago. So I look forward to the news conference. And I work from home tomorrow, so maybe I can catch it when it comes up. And my boss is off. Cops investigating, because they told me that this case was closed. I heard someone say that this case was closed, and I'm like, how? Cops investigating Nolan Wells' death reportedly find no evidence of a crime at this time. Family hires attorney Ben Crump. So this was a day ago, so this is kind of older. This is his mom, right? So is his mom and dad together, y'all? Do you know? Bueller. So here's a picture of the four dudes. It says, I want to thank our family and friends community, United Cajun Navy, local law enforcement, and everyone involved for all this love and support resources over the last few days. His father, our family, friends are absolutely devastated. My heart broken for my sweet son, who was always willing to cheer and uplift others. Nolan was a special soul. I love that name. God took his time creating our son. I ask that you please give me and my family time to grieve. They all look the same, y'all. They all look the same. It's not closed. Okay. All right, cool. It's just one is just black. We can hear it now. Dude. Gnarly. Do I want to go to that one? Hold on a second. No. So this page, who I don't know who this page is, Scholarship College Mama. Of course, the conspiracy theories are saying that all these white kids' parents are lawyers, judges, and all those things. So they're going to make this into Carmelo Anthony 2.0 and saying that the fix is in and this is all racist and they're not going to hold them accountable. Nothing has even happened yet, but this is how the internet is.
The doctors and the lawyers and the judges' parents of these five have said that they would like privacy, please, at this time. But you know what? Name them publicly. No privacy and no peace for Eli, also known as Jax, Eric, Wyatt, Warren, and Morgan. What happened to Nolan? What did you do to Nolan?
What are these names? Eli, Eric. Well, Eric is normal. Wyatt, Warren, and Morgan. Is that a girl?
Nolan. His phone came back safe, but he didn't.
Okay, now that is crazy. So allegedly, they brought the phone back. The boys brought the phone back to the mom. They brought Nolan's phone back to the mom, which seems similar to Shanquella Robinson. If you remember, they recorded it like assholes, and then they never got charged, y'all. Nothing ever happened to them. Then they came home, brought her stuff, and said, "Yeah, child, we don't know where she at. She in the hospital," and then just went off. Like, what? That's crazy. That case has been closed, if I'm not mistaken.
Why were y'all arguing just minutes before he was reported missing? And y'all were continuing to party late into the evening. Other boats that were docked and parked next to yours saw y'all. But Nolan was missing. We're gonna find out. The truth shall come to light. These are Nolan Wells' friends that didn't remember anything, but
yeah, so allegedly they all cleaned their social media and got rid of it and shut it down and removed stuff and stuff like that. They unfollowed him. This is allegedly, I don't know if it's true or not, which obviously is crazy, but It doesn't matter. The shit can all be brought back. I don't even know why people think that they're going to get rid of anything. It all can be brought back if it's on damn internet.
They remembered to deactivate every single social media account that they have. Them, his girlfriend, their parents, all the accounts deactivated and wiped clean. All of them. Jax, Eric, Wyatt, Warren, Morgan, jail. Jail for everyone. Because you know, they're already circling the wagons. They're already lawyered up. But wait, their parents are doctors, lawyers, and judges. This is the father of one of his friends. And this is the stepmama, Ashley Cole. Court judge for Jackson, George, and Greene counties in the beautiful state of Mississippi has already deactivated her account. Deactivated all the accounts, and they have all unfollowed Nolan. And this is Katie, who is either a friend, close friend, or girlfriend, who is supposedly, allegedly cooperating with authorities because all the other friends are lawyered up and circling the wagons and not helpful and not talking. The doctors and the lawyers and the judges' parents of these 5 have said that they would like privacy, please, at this time. But you know what? Name them publicly. No privacy and no peace.
Now, I don't know. Somebody said doxing. I don't know if this is a dox. I feel like they were saying their names already before she said them, just FYI. But I thought their names were different. I don't know why, because that Wyatt one stands out, because that sounds just not a normal name to me. Sounds like somebody who should be wearing a cowboy hat. So no evidence, exactly, just gossip. These people don't know anything. It's the same shit. They're just transferring over from Carmelo Anthony into this. Yeah, this is all internet gossip. Nothing. I don't think anybody's getting arrested. So unless somebody's getting arrested at this point, I don't even care. Those people that went on with their lives, changed their names, all this crazy stuff. But yeah, so that is from that crazy person. But they're all basically doing this type stuff. Just saying shit. Don't mean it's true, but this is what they think because they still on the high of Carmelo Anthony. I can't stand listening to Ben Crump talk, but he was over here on ABC, so I guess I gotta listen to it, see what he got to say, child.
Much for joining us, Mr. Crump. Just from where you sit, what are the biggest unanswered questions so far about this case?
Obviously, the biggest question is what happened to Nolan Wells. I think the reason this case has caught such fire is because they see the pictures, they see the video, and they're saying, hold on, you're trying to tell us just accept this an accident and sweep it under the rug? His mother, Christine, his father, Elmo, say, no, they will not allow that to happen. His friends, his
father looked like Brian McKnight with a bald head.
Community. I mean, he was a good kid. He was beloved. He was a college athlete. He had everything going for him. And so to go on that island for 4th of July celebration and then not to come back is what is concerning everybody, especially when you hear the contradictions.
And you're conducting your own investigation. How will that differ from what the authorities are doing?
Well, one thing, we're trying to be very transparent because the family has some concerns about the state of Mississippi doing an investigation of the death of a young black man where young white students may be looked at as having some culpability. So
this is not the same as Carmelo Anthony, right? So I want to be mindful of what I say here. Somebody said earlier in the chat that parents need to teach their kids. We've been saying this for forever, but nobody wants to teach their kids. When I brought up the Bill Cosby, when Bill Cosby years ago said what young black men should do, what they, need, how they need to act, how they need to present, everybody fucking turned on him, didn't want to listen. I had said, I thought that young black men were taught, from what I understand, that, you don't mess around with the cops. If you get pulled over, you put your hands on the wheel, you have your license ready, you don't get smart. There was just rules of things that you could supposed to do. And that's what was taught. That's what I heard. There are no boys of my, no brothers or anything. So where I hear it from, I heard it from other people on what they were supposed to teach their sons. Do they teach them that anymore? I'm thinking no. And then after Carmelo, it was, if you touch me, I'm going to take you out, which I think is an improper message. In my opinion, if you think that, if you still think that there may be an issue, and this is not about the police clearly, but if you still think that there is an issue with regard to the police and Black people and Mississippi is racist, then why would you live here, right? Why would you then live amongst white people, right? This is how I'm looking at it. This is no disrespect. I don't think that this young man shouldn't not be here. He should still be here. I believe it's probably foul play. I heard he could swim. That's another thing. A lot of Black people don't know how to swim, but I heard that he could swim. Whether that's true or not, that's just what I heard. But you live there, you pay taxes there, you work there, that's your life there, your friends were there, the community was there, everybody was there, but then now all of a suddenly it's, you don't have trust in the state of Mississippi. You do have trust in the state of Mississippi, or you would not have been here this long. Now, when I went there, I'm thinking racism. I gotta be honest with you, that is what I was thinking of, but everybody was fine. All the white people, all the white men, everybody was fine. I never felt uncomfortable one damn time. And I praise the Lord for that, okay? You live here. You're here, you're in the community, you're amongst all of these people. So how do we say we don't have faith? How do we say that we don't have faith? Mark says they used to be taught that by our fathers of yesterday. Today they are being taught to fight by their independent mothers to their own detriment. And then all of a sudden they care about you once you're deceased or you're a criminal. But I digress. So do they really not? And then I don't know. This woman don't look all the way Black. I don't care. But I'm just looking at her and she don't look all the way Black. So is she look like she could be Asian maybe or something? Shang Tao-ish or something. And then father look good though. Hey, boo. So that could be an issue in an alleged racist town of, I don't know if it's Biloxi, wherever they lived, on their side of town. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe they came from here from the beginning. I don't know. But it was not that bad when these two were together, because again, she looks like she's not all Black. So then there's an interracial couple, allegedly. Then you're living amongst white people, clearly. He was cool enough to be hanging out with all them people. Everything was everything. Now something happens. Now all of a sudden you don't trust the system. You do trust the system, or why would you be there? Allegedly. That's not me coming for them, but we gonna act like we not hearing this? You was all up in Mississippi. You trust them. Thank you, Papa Naya. He said, Scara Ninja, also known as election season, is upon us now. Yeah, I agree with you. We got two. Hopefully there's not a triplex. Hopefully it's not. Katania's mama said, Cajun Rescue said the ocean was too dangerous for swimming on the 4th. The undercurrent was very dangerous, mixed with drunk kids, dangerous. That is interesting. That is interesting because I do have video of the Mississippi coast is what the Uber driver told me it was, because I was just videotaping for my travel channel. And it did look like some things was going on. I didn't go in any water, but it did look, it might be rough because I think the storms, I think they were talking about storms actually. And maybe those are the ones that we're receiving now. Maybe it came from there. So that's something to take into consideration. That is something to take into consideration. But you know, some people are not going to hear that because they're not going to think that way, right? Because the one Uber driver was telling me that the Mississippi Gulf is kind of these other rivers, I guess, Mississippi River that feeds into it or something. And then there's all these islands. Like, he's telling me all this shit. Like, I didn't know I should remember it for this particular occasion. But I could see where maybe that could be a thing. There wasn't a lot of people out on the beach from what I saw. It just wasn't a lot of people. And it was hot as hell. Here, they at the beach. Here, they at the beach. They're going to be there. It's hot. It's warm. It's 69 degrees. White people going. I'm telling y'all, you call me racist all you want to. They're gonna be at the damn beach. Especially if a ray of sun comes out, they're gonna be at the beach. I'm just saying, I really didn't see many people out there. They were doing the jet skiing and something else that they were doing, but there wasn't many people out on the beach from what I saw. Good information. I didn't even think about that. Uncle Rick says my wife's family is from Tupelo, Mississippi. Some of the coolest white folks I'd have met down there, but what do I know? Yeah, I didn't have that feeling at all. Plenty of white men around too. The white men that was over here, I was in a casino. He was right here. He was talking to me the whole time. Some other white man, when I was over here at a different machine, talking to me the whole time. Like it wasn't, in my opinion. But I still didn't want to take that trip. And plus I was told not to go. So that was that. Meaning going to Nolan's. But I'm assuming it couldn't have been that bad since they lived here and they were able to clearly, I would assume, make a pretty decent living there. But now suddenly we want to say, and I don't know that they're saying it. Which one? I don't know if they're together now, none of that. Now they're not, they don't trust it. I know you want justice for your kid. I understand. I get it. But that's just what I'm hearing. Chris, thank you, boo. He said, I just moved to Alabama. The white people tell me to have a blessed day and return their carts at the grocery store. And the hand carts are always there. You need to tell me they're not down the street. They're not across from the mailboxes and stuff like that. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Alabama. That's where baby Kofa lives, Kofa's son with his grandparents. Shout out to you. Queen or Reaper said undercurrent isn't anything to play with. That now that Katanya's mom said that is so true. And let's not act like most Black people know how to swim. They really don't. I'm going to assume he knows how to swim, right? Because it just seems like this type of family, they're going to make sure you know how to swim. I know how to swim. But even the best swimmers, who died under the in Hawaii swimming? Who was that? Malcolm Jamal Warner, if I'm not mistaken, and he was a swimmer as well. You don't know about the water and what it can do, and if people were drinking, and if people were doing other things, since it was a holiday weekend, that's going to play a role. But I feel like other people are not trying to hear it because they want to mesh Chow. Actually, this would be the third. Chow, Carmelo, and now Nolan. They're gonna put this shit together. They're not gonna think about stuff like this. This is just not stuff that Black people will think about. I'm sorry, they really don't. But that is definitely something to take into consideration. These people were out on boats. They're taking boats, okay? As a person who spent summers in Martha's Vineyard, I understand this. Lots of people don't understand a life like this. Lots of people do not understand a life like this. You got to get there. These people who go to places like this ain't trying to fuck shit up for the most part because this is a sanctuary. This is a reward, whatever you want to call it. This is where you are so that you don't have to be around crazy ass regular smegulars, right? You have to take a ferry to get to the vineyard. Then there's the inkwell where Black people are. Okay, so that is a thing, right? That's not where we were. We was amongst the white people. I'm gonna just say it, okay? We was just amongst the white people. And it was never an issue all the years. And it's my whole family, including my kids. My mom had a house there. So we were there. We were there. It was never an issue. I just think that if people are racist, they keep it to themselves sometimes, which is a good thing, child. And or maybe they just aren't. And live and let live. That used to be a saying back in the day. Live and let live. I don't know if people say that anymore. As long as you ain't bothering me, I ain't thinking about you. Stuff like that. A lot of people don't know a life like this. So seeing them be out on that boat, a lot of people don't understand it. And they won't think about current, like Katanya's mom said. Agree. I didn't even think about that. A lot of Black people don't know how to swim. They ain't thinking about swimming. They ain't thinking about learning how to swim. It's not on their mind. Ain't on their parents' mind. I think it's something that everybody needs to know. That's why I pay for all my grandkids to learn how to swim. All of them. It's important, even if you don't go into the water. But what does this mean? Like, don't start with me. Y'all, I'm very chill right now. Don't. I'm not in the mood. It's too late. It's too late. Don't start your bullshit, child, because I will lay you the fuck out. What are you saying? The fuck are you saying? You can be the strongest swimmer and still drown. Exactly. So I started what on my own channel, you funky ass bitch? What the fuck are you talking about? So now what's the fucking problem? Talking about some shit that a motherfucker like you clearly don't know about. You probably don't know how to swim either. You probably don't think about currents. You probably don't know shit about having anything. So now you up here mad. For what? For what? And another bitch. Child, these biatches stay biatching, I tell you. The most emotional, fucked up people. I used to practice swimming years ago, but it's been a while now. You need to learn how to swim. Doggy paddle at minimum. Doggy paddle at minimum. And again, like with Malcolm Jamal Warner, he was a swimmer. He was a swimmer. And that was early morning, and he got taken up out of here. The water ain't nothing nice, y'all. The water is nothing nice. Anyway, took my granddaughter to her swim class tonight. She's 6 years old, and she's determined to beat me in the freestyle. I love it. Yeah, child. I love backstroke and breaststroke and all of it. I learned all of it. My mother made sure that we knew how to swim. Anyway, come on with this story.
The family is concerned about that. So we're going to have an independent autopsy. We have investigators talking to witnesses that have no alignment or no allegiance to the state. And that's important, Lindsay. When you think about Mississippi and the history of Mississippi, you know, this is the state where Emmett Till was lynched.
Here we go.
You mentioned earlier there are some contradictions.
Yes.
What gives you confidence or perhaps concern about the investigation so far?
Well, the fact that they continue to tell the family that we don't see any evidence of any foul play, even though you have students who recorded an altercation while they were on the boats of argument where you had Nolan and somebody yelling at one another on the boat. So that's an issue. And then you have the young lady make a statement and she says, well, Nolan and I finished talking and Nolan said he was going back to the boat. And then the boys on the boat said, no, Nolan told them he was going to stay with her. And so they are conflicting. She's saying he went and got on the boat. They saying he didn't get on the boat. So which is it? And all we know is Nolan is dead.
The Wells family, how is Nolan's parents, how are they coping in this moment?
Lindsay, they are...
I hate when reporters ask dumbass questions.
In disbelief. They are in disbelief. You know, Nolan was to report back on Monday after the 4th of July to his college. That's when fall practice started. He did phenomenal. He was looking forward to getting an NIL deal with Division I football. He had everything going for himself, and his family just can't believe that he's gone. His mother, Christina, is in constant depression, but my baby is gone. His father's trying to be strong, but obviously he's trying to explain to Nolan's younger brothers and sisters, what happened, Daddy? What happened?
Can you clarify for us what was going on with his cell phone?
Yeah, and that's something that's really troubling to his family as well.
Child, why she have to bring it up? Shout out to Smetty. Thank you, boo. He said, Messi, I'm in the Outer Banks of North Carolina across the ocean. Why they already got a GFM for a GoFundMe for 200K. Mama looks Philippine. Definitely like Asian or something. Look, y'all, another one that don't know what the fuck they talking about 17 and they one of the 17 in one damn live stream because they know so much. Like, that's supposed to make me feel some kind of way. Girl, if you don't go suck, I gotta be good, y'all. Y'all gotta be good. Anyway, you can see your way on up out of here and scroll the fuck up. But no, always gotta be a biatch that can't control themselves. Always, 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 always a bitch. Always a female. Always, always, always. But anyway. Yeah, can we at least get to the autopsy? It's all this, you know, the history of Mississippi. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Did the parents know about the history of Mississippi? Let's just start race baiting. Emmett Till. Okay, did the parents know that? Did the parents know that when they decided to stay and live in Mississippi and have a family and raise them and have success and be well-to-do? See, people that don't know about well-to-do will sit up here and worry about how many people are in a live stream. You know what I mean? because they don't know anything about having anything. People ain't out here trying to not have anything. And I'm not saying that there's no foul play, but nobody knows anything yet. No one knows anything. A bunch of freaking TikTokers speculating as usual, conflating shit. Then you got this nigga who says the same thing every single time he comes to talk. You know the history of this city. You know the cops' history in this city. You know the history of this city. No, we don't know that. No, I don't know that. And I don't know what that got to do with this. It was okay for them to live there, though.
You know, the guys on the boat, they said Nolan stayed, but they took his cell phone. That's not adding up to them. The fact that then when the family gets the cell phone back, Lindsay, they're saying they are trying to understand why they're deleted messages. And so it's very...
Yeah, that's important. There's allegedly deleted messages from the phone, which is still stupid because they're going to get it from the fucking company. AT&T, T-Mobile, they're going to get it back. People, you know how many times have we heard them say, oh, well, the search engine, you know what I'm saying? They looked into the Google search and this is what they were searching. So y'all really thought it was gone? I don't even believe in incognito. I mean, sometimes I use incognito view, but y'all, I still think that somebody could find that. It's the internet. This is what we wanted. Everybody can find out everything. There's no more privacy. Anybody thinks that there's privacy, you're a fool. There's no more privacy ever, never, no way. None.
Very concerning to them.
And we know that Nolan was a great athlete on the football field. Do we have any sense of how comfortable he was around water and boats? You know,
his father said he was an elite athlete, that he prided himself on his physical prowess.
An elite athlete does not mean you know how to swim.
He said that his son could swim, and so they
all right, he said his son could swim. I was about to say, because one ain't got nothing to do with swimming.
Was around water and boats.
You know, his father said he was an elite athlete, that he prided himself on his physical prowess. He said that his son could swim, and so they're just not accepting that Nolan drowned accidentally.
Beyond the headlines, have the Wells...
I didn't think that... I thought they didn't make a determination yet.
His family said how they would like Nolan to be remembered.
Yeah, everybody, not only his parents, but the whole community, his teachers, his coaches, the people at his college, they're saying he was just a great guy. Always trying to be supportive, be encouraging, wanted to make the world a better place. His mother talked about his smile, and she's like, she doesn't know when she's ever gonna smile again.
Mr. Cromwell, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Benny. It's a sad story. It really is. Everybody gonna jump to conclusions, of course, but in this situation, whether people want to believe it or not, in my opinion, if you look back over here, right? I don't know nothing about this yet, so we'll just wait and see. But if you're around a lot of white people, you're living around a lot of white people, you go to school with a lot of white people, then that's who your sphere of influence is, or whatever you want to call it. Sphere of influence. Just like with Bronny James, when they have a conniption because he takes the white girl to the prom. Well, that's who his village is. We'll say village. That's who his village is. There's not a lot of black people here. I'm telling y'all. Now, I've seen this view of the alleged fight or whatever. You know what I mean? With what they're saying is a fight, which I really can't tell. But, you know, that's what they're saying. But so if there is a fight, does that mean that has something to do with this? I don't know. Nobody knows anything at this point, but everybody knows everything and don't know shit. But if you're taking out a boat, you definitely are in a different tax bracket than many people seem to understand. If you're out here and saying we're gonna take the boat out, it's different. It's just different. Like it, love it, hate it. It's just different. So if he was allegedly, that girl was his girlfriend, it was liking that girl, it would make sense. Those are the girls that were there. Now, can we be honest for a second, black people? If this dude showed up into the community, would black women be interested in him? Be honest. If Nolan showed up in the community, would they be interested in him? Forget that he has money. Forget that he has money. Would they be interested in him? That's a thing too. Like maybe they was just still and they just had the picture. But yeah, you should be wearing life jackets for sure. Nope. Exactly. Nope. He'd be called corny. Exactly. So, others will come say that that's not right for you to say that. You can think it's not right, but I know what I know. And the only reason that Black people, Democrats, liberals, and progressives are latching onto this story is the same reason for Carmelo, so that they can play the racism card, get Black people all riled up, use that in order to get them to vote for who they need them to vote for, wash, rinse, repeat. Wouldn't be thinking about Nolan in the community. If this didn't happen and they saw Nolan, they'd be like, you act white. You think you better. You think you all that because you got money, because you out on a boat. Because say I'm lying. They would absolutely be saying that. You ain't all that. They wouldn't be looking twice at this young man. Not one. They'd be more looking at the mother three than looking at him. They'd be calling him a lame. Absolutely. So a lot of Black people don't know a life like this. They don't. But hopefully they get to the bottom of what happened. Could they have done something to him? I do think it's weird that they brought the phone home and not him. But while all these people are like, oh, you never leave without your friends. How many stories have we heard of bitches that went someplace and they left their fucking friend because they went and fucked somebody in the bathroom or something stupid like that? Now, all of a sudden, how could you leave your friend? Y'all leave your friends all the time, quote unquote friends. This is crazy. This is crazy. So we'll follow this and keep up with this now. Hopefully, that we can get some concrete information instead of all these people and their opinions. These people don't know shit. None of these people know anything. So for them to come out here and say, oh, this is wild, to say the least. But anyway. The rest of this I will save for tomorrow. So I am going to stream in the morning, y'all. Probably 6 o'clock, maybe 6 to 9. Because like I said, my boss is off tomorrow. And I think I might have one meeting. We'll see. So hopefully you all will come back. I appreciate everybody. Thank you to everyone that donated. I see you. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. If you're normal, if you're not, keep it scrolling, child. We are almost to 45,000. Hopefully be there by this weekend. And then 5,000 to go to get to 50,000. That's the next goal. So shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Again, hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Hype this daggone video. I see you all in the next one.